We're here! We're finally gonna finish Perfect Date. I'm so excited!
Yay!
I don't know if I have any us in my headphones.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, there you go. My headphones are just too quiet. Okay, good. Grashx, just subscribed for 58 months in a row, said, I understand there may be smooches that occur in games on this stream. Absolutely there is. And so I see a bunch of people in chat who are very excited, such as Astra7525, who was like, yes! When the stream came online, and Mangled Pixel is here, who does so much good work for us, so we just love Mangled Pixel. He's a nice guy. Trilight Spark says, cat dating! Reinard says, greetings. Joe, are you feeling happy and welcomed? I'm feeling happy and welcomed.
I am. I have some friends. I have a silly cat game. I have a coffee.
Yay!
It's good.
I had a shower this morning.
Yeah.
I'm moving about the house like a ninja. Like, don't wake up, Penelope.
Very good.
All right, take us to the to the corner. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Play. So if you missed it a couple weeks ago, we got right up to the beginning of chapter 6. Is Joe a coffee hound as well? And oh yes. Joe and I both care deeply about a good cup of coffee, I would say.
Yes. Yeah. I make surge coffee pretty much every morning.
Alright, we're only at 77% on this antidote though.
Yeah, we just started a new person, so we might get there though.
Maybe. Ooh, Andy the Drew says, after having to fill in shifts every Friday for the last 8 weeks, I'm finally getting to see the show again live. Yay. Well, unfortunately, you're going to be missing all of Perfect Date, but my god, this is a really good game, I think. I think this is a much better game than I thought it would be. I was like, yeah, joke. Date Cats, Island of Dr. Moreau. It's much more interesting than that.
Yeah. I mean, new researcher, new experience. We're in.
I want to start with some recon.
Yeah.
Find out what the marigolds are up to. Today is my day off, and I'm trying to stay out of sight. The professor doesn't like me being around camp on my downtime. I don't know why, but he's always pushing me off to explore. And I feel like he wants time without me to get on with things he'd rather I didn't see. Maybe I'm being paranoid, but he definitely seems shifty to me. Oh, Andy the Drew is caught up on the VODs. Good.
Nice.
So today I have a plan. It means I have to hang around until Mr. Marigold does his mid-morning errands, and I'm trying not to be seen. I don't have too long to wait. He's like clockwork. Every day at this time, he leaves the camp carrying a large bag and doesn't return until an hour later. I've offered to help him a couple times, but I'm always met with stonewalling. This is the day I find out what he's up to.
Yes!
I let him get a bit of a head start, then I begin to follow. I try to use my new catification properties to my best advantage. Stealth, nimbleness, agility. I'm so much fitter than when I arrived on this island. My eyesight and hearing are fantastic. He's headed into the forest as I suspected he would. That makes it much easier for me to go unnoticed. We travel for about 10 minutes at a good pace into the densest part of the wooded area. Finally, he stopped up ahead and I can see a type of shack covered in creepers and ivy that make great camouflage. You wouldn't really notice this place from any kind of distance. Outside the hut, he bends down. I think he's picking something up and then he disappears inside. I bide my time, finding a good out-of-the-way hiding place. And after a short while, he reemerges, bends down again, then straightens up before setting off the way he came. When I'm satisfied he's not going to return, I gingerly make my way to the shack. Up close, I can see it's a sturdier structure than I thought, and the door is locked. Ooh, I bend down as he did and start looking for a key. It's pretty obvious. There's a large flat stone in front of me. I lift it and slide my finger under the edge. I feel it instantly. Ooh. What's in the shack, Joe?
Oh no. Cats he squirreled away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, would Mr. Marigold take out dead cats? No, they have a morgue for that.
I mean, he's dating a cat, sort of, so I feel
I
he's
feel
maybe
like-
rescuing some of the population.
I feel like dating is a strong word. I feel like this is emotional cheating is what he's doing on his wife. Because I don't really think a human can date a cat so much.
Yes, he's providing grooming services.
Yeah. I put the key in the lock and take a deep breath. Unsure of what I'll find in there, I open the door. Yeah, I have literally no idea what could be in there. Mangled Pixel says drugs. Trinket Knight says spider pig.
Oh,
Man
no.
bear pig. King Gizzard LPs.
Maybe it's a shrine.
Oh.
Why
It
is
is
it
cats.
dark?
It's dark. There are no windows, just a small skylight letting enough light to see that there are lamps, obviously powered by solar panels on the roof. I turn one on. Takes me a moment to understand what I'm looking at. It's dirty and dingy. There are shelves along 2 of the walls, and they have cages. The cages are housing cats. There is an eerie silence. None of the cats are making a sound. I go up to one of the cages to check to see if they're even alive. Hello, kitty? There's a small cat that I would judge to be 10 to 14 weeks old. Its eyes are open but vacant, as though it doesn't see me. Oh. I go to the next cage, another youngster and another. My stomach lurches as I realize these are the kittens from the camp that had been released. No, what are they doing to you? Why are you in here? I turn to the other wall and I am dumbstruck by what I see. More small cats, but in different stages of distress. One eye has a bandage, the other is weeping with pus. Another has had most of the fur on its back shaved and there's an open sore. Another has a bandaged leg, too short, as though its paw had been amputated. Ugh. I begin sweating. Breathing is difficult. I need to get out. I stumble towards the door and fall to my knees outside. I gulp in the cool air and try to focus my thoughts. This is the strongest proof so far that there are secret tests being carried out on the cats. Tests that Professor Popper doesn't want me to know about. Are they all in on it? The marigolds are, obviously. What about Zane? Do I dare mention to anyone? I need more info first. When I've gathered myself sufficiently, I re-enter this hell house and try to find some paperwork, anything that might explain what's going on here. I look through the drawers of the filing cabinet in the corner and pull out some of the folders. I switch on another lamp, sit at the floor, and begin reading. They're experiments but for what? The data suggests that a large number of chemical substances have been tested on the subjects. Instead of the usual catalog of blood and tissue samples tested to evaluate the cats, the data is all related to the chemical compounds. They're what's being tested. Some of the records go way back. Years of data. As I put the papers back, I see the waste products bin. I see it's... Oh! I remove the lid and see it's almost entirely full of empty ketamine bottles. So that's why there's no sound. These animals are all drugged out of lucidity. Aww. I don't know if you can hear me or even if you understand me, but I'm making a promise to all of you that I will get to the bottom of this and I will help you. Whatever it takes, you will be well and free again. Hold tight, kittens. I will be back. I feel terrible leaving them there, but I know it would be foolish to arouse suspicion until I know what I'm dealing with. I make my way back to camp with a heavy heart but fierce determination.
So, what if he's, like, keeping them safe when they were ordered to be, disposed of, and he's just, like, keeping them comfortable until he can find a cure?
Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't say this is... Possibly. Ugh. Let's go talk to Ravenpaw. I feel like this will be a fraught romance option.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she's being experimented on for a long time.
Ravenpaw's health has made some heartening improvements lately, so much that the professor and I decided she didn't need to be in isolation anymore and could be moved to the lab for further treatment. Oh, this is gonna be so dark!
No!
Sorry. Achoo! 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 Thank you. As I prepare the salve in my mortar and pestle, I am distracted by a tiny plaintive sound. I turn around and Ravenpaw is curled up in her cage, motionless. As I resume my work, there it is again, and I realize she's humming. Is that you? I thought you were asleep.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I was humming out loud.
What is that tune?
Oh, it's just this song my mom used to sing for me. I hum it sometimes to get to sleep.
That sounds lovely. Maybe if you taught it to me, I could sing it to you when you're feeling poorly. Ravenpaw frowns at me and buries her face under her paw.
I can't sing.
I disagree. I bet you have a lovely voice.
No.
Put my tools down and go over to her. Maybe you'd like to listen to some songs again? I believe this has a music library. I take the catalog from my lab coat pocket. Let me see. How do I work this thing? I haven't used this function before. I fumble with the options until a song called Summertime begins to play. How about this?
What is that?
It's by Soft Summer. Do you like it? It's catchy, right?
It's making me want to claw my eyeballs out of my skull.
Alright, well, let's just turn this off then, shall we? I frantically fiddle with the catalog until the music stops.
I think my ears might actually be bleeding.
Oh gosh, I'll go get my octoscope and some cotton buds.
Not literally, you donkey.
Oh, right, of course. You were making fun of me. I've never seen Ravenpaw so open. It's great that she's inching out of her shell, but I'm not sure best how to react. Well, I think I can download more music onto this thing. What do you want to listen to?
It's okay. You don't need to waste your data on me.
It's not a waste if it would make you happy, Ray. Go on. You must have a favorite band. Ravenpaw goes quiet, lost in thought, until finally she mumbles her response.
The Mad Catters. High tea.
I don't want to seem uncool by admitting I've never heard of the Mad Catters, let alone any of their songs. So I give her a knowing nod and start searching the music app. Let's seem uncool.
Okay.
Oh wow, this is loud.
Yeah!
Ravenpaw smiles and closes her eyes in appreciation. I sit awkwardly, waiting for the racket to end. Ravenpaw looks totally relaxed, her shield slightly lowered. I mean, if I was in this situation, I would definitely be like, yes, my favorite band is Emperor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you listen to Emperor. I don't particularly like Emperor, but it would just be funny. Be a good jape. Finally, the screaming stops, and I hurriedly put my catalog back in my lab coat pocket, before she can ask me to play something else.
Not for you, then?
I just don't get it. My ears just heard racket. Sorry.
Don't be. It's good we're all unique. So, cards on the table time. All-time favorite song?
Oh man, I love this cat. She's a music cat. Oh, there are too many. You probably wouldn't like any of them anyway.
That's not the point. It's your taste, not mine. I showed you mine.
Ravenpaw has a healthy attitude to music appreciation.
Yeah.
Okay, it will always be a Bowie song.
Respect.
Really? You like him?
How could you not?
I think it would be have to be off the album Hunky Dory. Oh wow.
Best cat for last. Choice. Which song?
I'm feeling flushed with success. This is going better than I could have imagined. Kooks.
Cute. Because if you stay with us, you're going to be pretty kooky too.
I'm delighted she knows it. Maybe I'm a little bit cool after all. I'll see if I can download some of his stuff for next time.
Is that it then?
I'm afraid so. I should probably get back to work. Ravenpaw looks dejected. If that's okay.
Yeah, whatever.
I go to resume my work, but the black cat lets out a small sound.
Wait. You said you would sing to me?
I feel myself go cold, and self-consciousness engulfs me, but I try my hardest not to show it. Well, yes, if you'd like.
If you really want to, I suppose I wouldn't mind.
I clear my throat, and I feel myself begin to blush. So what shall I sing? Any favorites?
I don't know. What did your mom used to sing to you?
Oh, crikey, she used to sing lots of things, but I don't know if I can remember any of them. Let me think. Oh, I know. Bouncy little baby on my knee, soft and pink and chubby. When you awake, you'll have your tea and a bath so you're not grubby. Oh god, it keeps going. Dreamy little baby on my lap, hap, 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 happy. Here's a kiss for your sweet nose, and now I'll change your nappy.
Nice.
As I sing, I notice Ravenpaw visibly relax. She stretched out a bit, and I realize it's the first time I've seen her uncurl herself. Although there's plenty of room in her crate, she's always a tight little ball of fur in the corner. A flock of stilt puffers subscribed for 11 months in a row, saying I'm an episode behind on Let's Kiss, but you go, you two. I'll catch up on the VODs when I can.
Thank you.
I don't recognize this. I just make up my own songs, though. I think that's far superior.
I like the songs you make up.
They're all mostly the same.
Yeah.
When I finish singing, she opens one eye.
That was traumatic. You should probably get back to your work now.
Rude! Ravenpaw makes a small squeaky sound I've not heard her make before. Are you okay?
Yes.
She's laughing.
And so are you. Well, I think that was a good date.
Yeah? I think this game is trying to subtly tell us, or not so subtly tell us.
You don't have to pretend to be someone else.
Yeah, oh wow, you select Ravenpaw every time? That's weird.
It's the last cat.
But, like, normally you select the last cat and then you're locked in. You don't have to go back to the screen. Must be, so it's probably something the way the game is coded. That you can only get to Ravenpaw through that.
In the lowest drawer, right at the back.
No, I can't find it, Ray. You're sure it wasn't in the cupboard?
No, it's there. Keep reaching. It must have slipped down the back.
You're joking, right? My hand can't squeeze. Oh, hang on. I feel something nestled just under the bottom of the drawer. I think I've got it if I could just... I try inching it out up in the space behind the drawer, but it keeps slipping.
Just take the drawer right out.
Yeah. It won't come out. Something is jamming it.
Well, give it a yank.
Ray, it doesn't work like that. I don't want to break the cabinet. Wait, if I try... I feel around the side walls of the cabinet for any black blockages. My hand finds a cold protrusion. Ah! I think I found the perpetrator. I wiggle the offending item loose and pull my hand out to inspect what's in it. To my surprise, it's a bottle of nail polish in a muted, dusty pink color. I decide not to ponder why exactly there is a bottle of nail polish stashed away in the lab, and instead focus on the task at hand. The drawer slides out with ease now, and I'm able to retrieve the book. Thoughts in Verse by L. Rutherford? Who is L. Rutherford? Ravenpaw casts her eyes down at her forepaws.
One of the research assistants before you found this book somewhere along the beach. She used to read me some of the poems. We never worked out who the author was, but we think they probably came from the shipwreck.
This is the first time that I've considered other humans on the island may have had their own relationships with my cats. I don't like to think about it, but I'm not sure why. I flick through the little brown book. The writing is very faint, but still clear enough to read. About half the pages are filled with neat words written in ink, and then suddenly it's blank. Cartophile subscribed for 2 months in a row saying, so happy I can resub during a stream. Go Kathleen and friends.
Oh.
He didn't finish it, I suppose.
I like the one on page 3. It's really dark.
Ravenpaw seems more lively than usual today. Hope that means she's getting better, or at least getting used to me. When darkness advances and silence makes its retreat, the sounds begin where beach and forest meet. Yowling and hissing and awful cries, then stars in the blackness, the thousands of eyes. The sea's fierce temper seems kinder than here, this hell full of danger and hardship and fear. There's a long pause. Huh. I wonder what it means.
Are you backward?
Well, I know it's describing the island, but I wonder what happened to the author. It sounds rather distressing.
Rather distressing. Ugh. You humans can be so exhaustingly repressed sometimes. Just think about it. Imagine this place, the island, before the clumsy humans cut a swath through it and claimed it for science. Before your cozy tents and generations and protective gear generators. All that time ago, mysterious and overgrown, terrifying branches twisting up in the blackness like monstrous golems. The yowling of unidentified animals endlessly boring into your brain through the nights, making sleep impossible. No friendly little brook to bathe in, nothing to soothe the gnawing pain of starvation. The filthy, baking heat of the day, the relentless cold of the long night, the slow dawning realization that there's no escape. This is where the journey ends. This is the final destination, hell on earth.
I love this cat.
She's into this.
It's obvious that Ravenpaw has thought about this poem a lot, and I feel bad for being so insensitive and human. Wow, that must have been horrific.
Yes.
I'm gonna be vulnerable?
Yeah, that's where she's going.
You really put yourself in their shoes as though you were there. I admire that.
How else are you going to understand?
I'm a scientist. I'm trained to stand back and observe, be impartial.
But if you keep at a distance, you'll miss the detail.
No, I don't. It's about proximity as much as location. Sometimes I have to get up very close, even microscopically close, but I'm still on the outside looking in. I see the finest of details, but I don't think that's what you're talking about, is it? Right? You mean getting inside, to the heart of it all.
Yes, I suppose so. It's the hue or innuendo, the essence of something that defines what it is. That's not always obvious from the outside.
Well, it's very obvious in this poem. I wonder why I wanted to shy away from it. I'm not brave like you.
Are you kidding? Or fishing for compliments, maybe?
I feel my face get hot. I wasn't.
I'm playing. You have plenty of courage. You came here to this island. Not everyone would. You held up well under very difficult conditions. Then there's the whole raw cat monster raw thing.
I'm taken aback by her sudden impression, and it makes me laugh.
How's that going, by the way?
I shrug my shoulders. Sometimes if I make a little progress on the antidote, I feel really fine with it.
But
if something I'm trying fails or progress slows down, I have a sleepless night, making myself sick with worry. Then there are times when I forget about it altogether. How can I complain when I see what you guys have had to deal with? We're silent for a while. It's not uncomfortable. Eventually it's Ray who breaks it. If chat's being quiet, guys, I think it's because everybody's like, finally, we are seeing the end of this fucked up game.
Oh, go on then.
What?
I know you're just dying to read a funny one.
Not really, but there is a little limerick that I thought was hilarious. She rolls her big eyes and smiles. Okay, here goes. There was a young deck swab named Davy, whose hair was exceptionally wavy. I asked him, tell pray, what's got it that way? He answered, 'tis drinking me gravy.
Right.
I cannot help but laugh at the awfulness of it, and we both keep laughing till we have tears in our eyes. I suppose I ought to be making tracks.
Okay, but would you just read me the lullaby one as I fall asleep, please?
Yes, I like that one too. I lay out here and watch the stars, and the world becomes clear to me. The patterns soothe my battle scars, they show where I'm meant to be. And while the sea is kind to me and rocks me in my slumber, and all the stars, the nears and fars, overwhelm me with their number, I think of you, the brightest star, lost so young, gone so far, and when my final day is done, I'll follow to the place you've gone. Then back together, you and I, will brighten up another sky. I look down at the softly snoring cat. She looks so peaceful. No, Cassie13 says that one might be a real poem.
Yeah.
She says they recognize it. Any extras? I don't think we've unlocked. I think we only unlocked one extra thing. Flop. Okay. There's some research. Maybe we should rest.
Very good.
Yay! I mean, I said that one might be a real one. Of course it's a real poem, somebody wrote it, but like a known quantity, I guess. Alright, so there's romance, research, and recon. What do you want to do, Joe?
What research options are there?
Well, there's the research we didn't finish because we thought it was immoral. It's by day off, and release the kittens. Oh no, we did finish that.
Right, we let the cat go free.
Yeah, we smuggled it up, but it means that there's 4 research things because we had to do it in 2 runs. So, day off or release kittens? Unleash the kittens as TXC2? Or
let's release the kittens.
chat says Cheeto Jack says kittens. Kitties says 3 cats in a trench coat. I think they've got an ulterior motive there.
Yeah, I see that photo. It doesn't look okay.
Liam Neeson's Neeson says kittens. All right, let's go kittens.
Well,
I feel like I'm buried under a mountain of samples that need to be sorted and logged. Some days are like this. My back and neck are beginning to seize up, so I decide it's time to step out and stretch my legs for a few minutes. I hear the mewling of the kittens as soon as I'm out of the tent and follow the sound. Sure enough, Professor Popper and Mrs. Marigold are in a large kitten crate. They seem to be lifting them from their crate into a transporter cage.
Joan, have you finished all that work already? You are a marvel.
Actually, I'm not even halfway through. I was just taking a quick break. What are you doing?
Time to be pushed from the nest, so to speak.
Oh, already? I thought it wouldn't be until next week, at least.
Some are faring so well it'd be cruel to keep them incarcerated. They have plenty of protection out there. It's a very safe island for the most part.
Some professor who's staying.
Just a couple, I think. This chap for certain.
He picks up the plump gray male that Trixie insisted we tag. He looks a picture of health to me. I don't understand. Really? He looks so well. Quite advanced, too.
Yes, how deceiving looks can be sometimes.
I feel a moment of tension in the air, and I could swear I saw a look pass between the professor and Mrs. Marigold. May I ask what's wrong with him, Professor?
Yes, of course, John. An inquiring mind is to be encouraged, but alas, an overworked mind is no good for anyone. So I will go through it with you another time, when you have less on your plate.
I stand for a moment like an idiot before I realize I've been dismissed. Oh, yes. I really ought to get back to my cataloging. I reluctantly make my way back to my mountain of work, and I can't help feeling uncomfortable. I'll be keeping a close eye on that little fur ball.
Okay.
I hate this man. Can we kill him? Says Cassie13. She had previously headache. Yeah, I hope he dies.
Maybe he's just immortal from drinking all the spring water.
Oh yeah, TXC2 says, we won't kill him, the cats will.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he gets turned into a cat? That's so much better.
We're eaten by them, you know.
Alright, now what? So, what research did we unlock? Research 17? Ugh, what time is it? And why is the catalog going off?
Ooh.
Want to do that one?
I'm curious. Some sort of mysterious...
I am awoken by the sound of my catalog receiving a message. I squint under my pillow to see Mr. Marigold's name light up the stream. His texts are still rather cryptic. I wonder if he knows I figured out he's the mysterious messenger. I decided not to tell him for the foreseeable future.
Those 3 kittens are so small and helpless, I don't think they would stand a chance without you to protect them. Keep a watchful eye, Cat Donny.
He's referring to the 3 kittens that Professor Popper decided to hold back when he let the others back into the wild. Why would Mr. Marigold be interested in the kittens? Either way, I have learned to take these messages seriously, so I make a note to check on them in my lunch break today, just to be sure everything's alright. I decided to take my lunch to the lab. Mrs. Marigold let me make a sandwich out of some leftover ham from last night's meal. Hello, my lovelies. Here you are. 1, 2, 3, all snoring peacefully. I feel relieved and a little foolish for worrying. I suppress a childish giggle and open one of the cages to give the tag kitty a cuddle. Hello, sleepy pants. I carefully stroke him with my finger as he continues to snooze in my hand. Oh, what's this? My finger runs over a little rough lump on the back of his neck, which elicits a small squeal from the plump gray kitten. My heart stops in my chest and I quickly move him to the examination table. I gently blow his software out of the way, and catch a glimpse of a bright red gash between his shoulder blades. He was too young to be tagged. It's gotten infected. With trembling hands, I reach for my catalog to scan his tag so I can erase the information before I remove the trip. Cat. Scan failed. No tag found. I try again. Cat. Scan failed. No tag found.
They know! Oh no.
Well, at least we didn't go for the sandwich because then we wouldn't have had enough research time to like do the last piece of research, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I have more to do. Can't even see the description.
Right?
Recon? Romance.
Let's see what recon there is. Ooh, 12.
Yep. I'm off exploring the island today with Kibbles and a certain charming Irishman. Irish cat?
Sure.
It's a beautiful day. The sun isn't too hot, which is lucky as I'm going walking with Kibbles and McMurphy. They've been excited to show me something for the past week, but this is the first proper break I've had. We're heading further into the forest than before. Well, so where exactly were you going, chaps?
No idea, Kara. I'm following Gibbles. Huh. I was just following Joan.
But you're both in front of me. How could I have been leading?
Don't trouble yourself, Kara. We're not in any rush today.
Just as I'm about to reply, something catches my eye. I instinctively move towards it. From this distance, it looked like black swatches have been cut into the ground. Guys, what's this? Kibbles and McMurphy, who have already wandered way off, rejoin me, and the 3 of us stand looking at what appears to be some kind of runway.
Skid marks.
Oh, of course, I thought it was a runway, but you're right.
Oh, come on, Kara. Come on, mi amigos. Where's your sense of adventure?
McMurphy has already disappeared into the thick overgrowth that's shrouding whatever it is that the marks lead to.
Oh!
Kibbles and I follow the sound of McMurphy's voice and find ourselves in a small clearing. My goodness!
Wow. Is this a fighter?
Whoa, cool!
Wow.
We're looking at the wreckage of a crashed 2-man biplane. Most of it is covered with vines and other forest growth, but the front half at least seems to be mostly intact. We're gonna see a skeleton, Joe!
Whoa! I bet you that Kibbles is going to keep it for, like, his nerd collection.
Mm-hmm. I like how everybody's like, whoa, cool!
Looks like it's been here for some considerable time. Strange how we've never come across it before, eh, kids?
Nothing about this island surprises me anymore.
Oh, maybe we'll see some dead guys. Murph, help me out.
I love Kibbles.
You called it.
McMurphy is silent. He has something in his jaws that appear to be caught in the broken propeller, and he is pulling on it. It looks like some kind of rag.
McMurphy?
What is that? McMurphy has freed the cloth and is now sitting with it hanging from his mouth. He's silent and still, as though lost in thought.
What's up, Murph? What's with the manky scarf?
And I can see it now. It is a scarf, old and filthy, but it looks like it was once the type of white scarf a pilot would have worn. You okay, McMurphy?
What's that, Carl?
Was
It's
McMurphy
him!
the pilot? He's barely present. The scarf, is it important?
I'm not sure. Stop being weird, Murph.
Gibbs, shush.
It feels like something I should know or remember.
Oh man, all these crazy immortal cats running around on the island. Remember? Have you seen it before?
Maybe a long time ago, before here.
A dashing Irish pilot from World War II.
Wow.
Maybe? I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
Before I came here, Kara, you don't think I was born on this island, do you? Well, you might have been, considering how little you remember from before. It's all going, Granddad, fading away to oblivion.
Kibble's banter seems to have brought McMurphy back from whatever he was dreaming about, and I'm relieved to see the twinkle return to his eye.
Okay then, Mr. Smartypants, how did you get here? It's not a very interesting story. I don't want to bore anyone. Yeah, that's what I thought, right, Kara? Let's go.
Murphy and Kibbles head back the way we came. I stand stunned for a second, watching them go. Guys? But they've lost interest. They've already moved on. I look back at the wreckage and realize there's nothing I can do on my own. I'll have to come back at some point with Floofy Butt. It's exactly the sort of thing he'd love to help me investigate.
Yes, he would.
World War I more likely, says TXC2, because it's a biplane? Oh, that's crazy! They're researching some sort of immortality potion, because if you get turned into a cat, you can live on the island forever.
Yeah.
How did his plane get in here? There's a dome surrounding the island.
I feel like the dome's new.
Ooh, I don't know. Let's rest. Don't want to do work on an empty brain.
Yep.
I like how I only had the middle of the game that was fucking with you when you slept. So now when it's like, you wake up refreshed, I'm like, thank God.
Like, let's keep going.
But like, I would think that they'd just bounce off the dome, right? And not be able to crash on the island.
I don't know, birds still get in.
Occasionally. Yeah, there's like the little slivers.
Yeah. The whole incident with Floofy Butt.
Trust me, I won't let anything harm you. I've come prepared. Ravenpaw eyes the basket suspiciously, and I realize to her it looks like a cage. Okay, let's rethink this. How about I carry you in my arms? Twilight Sparks, so I'm missing some context here. People get turned on to the cats on the island, also immortality. I mean, this is stuff we've gathered over 9 hours of playing this game.
Yeah.
Right?
Like a baby?
Yes. No, like a princess.
A princess? Really?
Ravenpaw shoots me a withering look. Well, you know what I mean, right? I can hold his pillow so like you can relax on top of it and survey your kingdom.
You're really bad at reading people, aren't you? I'm not one of those gullible domestic cats like Fruity Cootie or whatever her name is. If I leave this lab, I want to do it with some dignity, human.
Yes, of course, I'm sorry.
Maybe it was a bad idea to try this today. Let's do it tomorrow.
Come on, Ray, you were so excited about this earlier. Don't give up now.
Well, that was then, and this is now. I'm too tired anyway.
You're always tired. That's part of the problem. We have to start somewhere, right? Or you'll never get strong again.
I get these feels. Yeah, but what if we see other cats?
What if we do? Look, I'll be with you. No matter who we see, you won't have to deal with anyone on your own.
Anyone who do you think we'll see?
No one.
You said no matter who we see, so you think we'll see someone?
No, Ravenpaw, stop this. You have to go out sometime. Why not now?
I don't know, I just...
Ravenpaw looks so sad and tiny, I decide not to push her anymore. Okay, don't worry. We'll try again tomorrow, okay?
No, let's do it.
Oh, wow, really? The cat that just seconds ago looked so helpless suddenly looks fiercely determined.
Yes, but if you hurt me, human, I will kill myself just so I can come back and haunt you for the rest of your short, miserable life.
I suppress a laugh. I understand. I'm just gonna lift you now, okay? She's so light. I'm shocked, but I don't show it. I can feel the tremble of her frail body through the makeshift cushion. We've decided a folded blanket would be best so we could use it for other things when we find our spot. Suddenly, Ravenpaw takes a sharp breath. I freeze. What? What's wrong?
It's the air. We're right by the water, aren't we? I can smell the change.
She laughs. I'm struck by how much this cat has come on since I stopped her treatment. Only a week ago, she had no sense of smell. It's good, right?
Yes, human. It's good.
She inhales deeply.
It's very good.
Would you like to sit down here for a while? We're still close to the compound.
No, go a little further. I want to see it. Take me to the sea.
I walk for a short while until I find a small collection of rocks that looks like a good resting spot. This looks like somewhere Trixie would like.
Yeah, she's always drawn to the rocks, minerals. I miss her.
You were friends?
Yes, when we were little.
Do you want some water, a little snack? I take the picnic out of my backpack as I arrange it on the blanket. I decide to gently press her. So, how come you were locked up and Trixie wasn't?
I was never really free. I was part of the breeding program. My mother was bred with one of the elder cats, and as you can see, us kittens are tagged and set free at 12 weeks, except we're not. Not all of us, anyway.
Interesting. But I've helped to release the kittens myself.
Yeah, sure.
Hmm?
Well, you actually let them out of the cages yourself?
Well, no, but I've prepared them for release and...
Then they're gone?
Yes? Never had a reason to question it? I get that sick feeling in my stomach again. So where are they?
Not everything as above board as you'd like to think.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that.
Or above ground either.
What do you mean, Ray? If there's something I should know.
I think that's enough for one day. I'm starting to feel woozy. I'd like you to take me back now if you don't mind. It's a tough choice.
That is a tough choice. I feel like I really don't want to bungle this, so somebody in chat could just be like, without spoilers, just be like, you should do this. That would be good.
Oh, because we want a successful date.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Cassie13 says, I'll Google Kathleen. Thank you for exposing yourself to spoilers so we don't have to.
Maybe it's going to be let her rest, just like how we were going to say, well, let's try again tomorrow. And then she's like, no, you know what? Here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call it.
I'm inclined to let her rest. But we'll wait. I just don't, like, we're so close to the end, I really don't want to bungle this now, right?
Yeah, it's like the last cat.
Raven has some hard-to-read options.
Yeah.
I mean, the game's done a good job of training us, though.
Over time, we've made some mistakes, but...
Like, it's always better to be honest with the cats.
Yeah.
The start of this date implies that not forcing her is better. I agree, so that's why I think it's let her rest. But sometimes you need to get people to push their boundaries, so it's hard. Although we did get her to push her boundaries. And then she decided she wanted to. And that was good, right? It's let her rest. That's what we all figured. Hey, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, writing, for supporting us subtly to the right choice. Oh, come on. I'm sorry if I overstepped the line. Let's stay a little longer, please. I promise I won't talk about anything that makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Ravenpaw sits in silence for a while and then cocks her head to the side as though listening. Can you hear something?
The sea.
Ah, yes. Isn't it beautiful?
It's peaceful.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? There's a long, slightly awkward pause.
It makes you think about what?
Oh, well, I don't know. See things, I suppose. Just see things, Joe.
You know.
Starfish. Hags.
Oh, human.
Crabs
So
singing
perfect.
mythical songs about forks.
Yep.
Sorry.
The sea.
Oh, human, you're so privileged. Oh
Yeah.
no, Cassie13 says I didn't spoil myself, but I did spoil the ending, Structor.
No!
Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you for taking that bullet for us. Hopefully we're going to be done pretty quick here, so.
Yeah.
I feel like she's laughing, but she isn't joking. What does it make you think about?
My mom, when I fall asleep pressed up against her chest, her breaths would rise and fall like the tide.
So here's the thing. She said that she was bred from one of the elder cats and her mom. But her mom used to sing her songs to help her fall asleep?
Yeah.
So was her mom a human that got turned into a cat and then was bred with the elder cats? That's fucked.
I guess so. I mean, like, we can't talk to the elder cats, but we can talk to the other cats, which are people that have been catified.
Yeah.
So...
Wow, that's beautiful. What happened to your mom?
Can't remember.
Really? You seem to remember so much, seeing that you're half elder.
Maybe I'll remember again sometime, but right now I just want to go back to the base. My head's killing me.
Oh.
Poor sickly cat.
Yeah, that's probably enough for one day. Let's get you tucked up for the night.
Maybe a sticker for being a good girl.
I laugh, but I feel the edge to her joke and it stings.
Just feeling trapped.
There's recon.
Oh.
Oh, we'll have to date more before we can get more recons unlocked.
I see. Okay.
Alright, romance.
Let's do it. Poor cat.
Meow. It's late, well after work hours. Ravenpaw asked me to visit her when Professor Popper finished his shift because she has something important to tell me. The lab is cold and silent. I can just make out the reflection of Ravenpaw's big eyes. I flip the light switch and the room becomes illuminated with a harsh, dazzling brightness that makes me squint. I came as soon as I could. I had no idea the professor stays up so late. How does he function on such little sleep?
Keep your voice down, human. We don't want to draw any attention. Maybe we should turn off the lights. Sometimes the caretakers do random patrols.
Who? You mean Mr. and Mrs. Marigold? I'm sure they're dead of the world right now.
You'd be surprised. Anyway, enough chin-wagging. I have something for you.
A gift?
Of course not, you div. Where on earth would I have gotten you a gift? The local gift shop?
I love you, Ravenpaw. So tsundere. Of course. I'm sorry. What is it? Why?
Because I think I can trust you now. Yes.
I'm taken aback and I feel flushed with pride. Yeah, Cassie13 says, I don't think we can 100% the antidote. I don't think so either. I think that we can only 100% the antidote if we do the awful research. Because there's no way we can complete all the research, right?
I thought the recon was what got us closer to the antidote.
Everything gets us closer to the antidote.
No!
So we're gonna come up just short. But we did the moral thing. Besides, I think the other researchers are happy being cats. The ones that we didn't kill. Ominously Ominous has subscribed for 40 months in a row.
What is supposed to be a perfect run anyways?
Yeah, you can, Ray. I've sworn to help you and I won't let you down.
So you want this or not?
She pushed her paw towards me and I realized she has something under it. My stomach lurches as I worry it might be a spider or a fly. Hope she's not expecting me to eat it. What's that?
Dunno. Thought you might know.
She lifts her paw. I'm relieved to see that nothing is moving, and on closer inspection I realize what it is.
Yes.
Oh. Wow, fucking nailed it. The soul read! Oh, that's called a key. It's used to open things that are locked, like doors or safes.
You really are touched. I know what a key is. I mean, like, you might be able to figure out what it opens, but I'm losing hope by the second.
Oh, forgive me. Well, where did you get it?
Best not to ask.
I'm serious, Ray. This key could be important, and if I know where you got it from, it'd be easier to work out what it opens.
Yeah. The toilets.
Ravenpaw eyes me skeptically. I thought you trusted me.
Fine. I got it from Mrs. Marigold.
You mean Mora, the caretaker's wife?
She's not the caretaker's wife, you cretin. She's the caretaker as much as he is.
That's right. Yes, of course, but the key, Ravenpaw?
She came to clean my cage last night. Too lazy to take me out at first, of course, and Mr. Marigold came in and gave her the key. She put it here.
Ravenpaw indicates the corner of her cage.
Because her hands were full. Then they had a huge argument, and while they were shouting at each other, I used my ninja skills to hide the key under my paw. That was that.
She didn't notice?
She was so worked up about him that she clean forgot about him. Left without even bothering to refill my water bowl.
So what makes you think this key is important?
Because when he handed it over to her, he said, "It's your turn. I'm fed up of being the one who always has to do his dirty work."
Whose dirty work?
Professor Prospero's, obviously.
Oh, now we're just dropping the pretense. Prospero?
Pooper!
Oh, Popper, of course.
That's so funny.
Look, I've really got to hurry back to my tent now, or I'll be a wreck in the morning, but thank you for this, Ravenpaw. I'll find out what this key opens, I promise.
You'd better. Nice. So they're both fed up with Professor Popper.
Yeah, but I don't think they can leave. Prospero? Really? Says the Metalupus. Prospero makes sense for people as someone on an island where people turn into animals. Like, I think that's just a little joke. Okay, recon time. Yeah, there's no way we're gonna get there. Well, that's okay. I think we did the right thing.
Yeah.
Want to do the last recon?
Let's do it.
Where do we get this game? Says Tony Stack. It's on Steam! It's not even expensive, I don't think. I think this game is worth your money.
A lot of content.
Yeah. This is definitely one of the best games I've played on this stream.
So many pathways that we didn't do.
I was expecting it not to be as good as it was.
Yeah, I watched the trailer and I was like, oh no.
And it's been a pleasant surprise, I'll say this about this game.
I'm all in now.
Alright. This game is $10. Yeah, what a great game for $10.
Yeah.
I'm passing Professor Popper's tent on my way to the lab just as he comes dashing out. We collide, sending both of us sprawling. Oh goodness, Professor, are you okay? I'm up on my feet instantly and offering him a hand.
I'm not sure that I am, Joan.
Now I'm worried I've injured my boss. Is that a sackable offense? Here, let me take a look. Where does it hurt? I'm kneeling beside him, trying to feel his legs.
What on earth are you doing?
I'm sorry, I thought you were... He cuts over me.
I'm fine. Give me some space, and then you can help me search.
Have you lost something?
A key?
A key? Where did you lose it? He gives me a withering look.
If I knew the answer to that, the key wouldn't be lost, now would it, Joan? I had it last night in my tent, I think, but it's certainly not there now. Thought perhaps I might have dropped it out here somewhere.
I'm happy to help you look, Professor. It's got to be here somewhere. A thought strikes me. I wonder if this could be the key Ravenpaw gave me. Do you mind me asking what the key is for? The professor suddenly looks at me with suspicion.
There's no reason for you to know that.
Oh, okay. I was simply trying to get a picture in my mind. Big, small, silver, brass.
I don't think there'll be a lot of keys to choose from, Joan. Any key you find ought to be brought to me immediately, understood?
Of course, sir.
I'm sure you have chores to attend to. I wouldn't want to hold you up.
The professor waves me away as he continues to search around the entrance. As he continues to search the grass around the entrance to his tent. Clearly, this key is important. As I make my way to the lab, I begin to get an idea. It's a bit left field, but this key is clearly securing something important, and that's something the professor doesn't want me to know about, and that makes me very determined to uncover what it might be. Cutting a convincing-looking key with the equipment in the lab is easier than I thought it would be. I compared it to the one Ravenpaw passed on, and it looks almost identical to me. The thing won't actually work, but that's the point. Okay, here it goes. I send the professor a message using the catalog. I found a key in the lab. Could it be the one that you lost? Send pic, please. I show the professor a photo of the key. Be right there. Ooh.
Okay.
I didn't have to wait long. The professor's with me in seconds.
Well done, my dear. Where is it?
I give him the freshly made key. He turns it over in his hand. I hold my breath. It's a moment of truth. Will he notice it's not identical?
Yes, I'm sure it's the one. But there's only one way to make certain. Thank you again.
And he's gone. Psst, quickly, don't lose him. Kibbles
Yes.
appears from underneath the lab bench.
On it, boss.
As he follows the professor. Kibbles is the brave cat.
He is the ninja.
Yeah, there's nothing more for me to do but wait. I don't have to wait for long. Kibbles was back within 5 minutes. That was quick. How'd it go?
Quite funny, really. He put the key in a lock and it wouldn't turn. He got more and more red in the face. Then he threw the key into a drawer and stormed off.
So?
What
was he trying to unlock?
Oh, it was the big metal thing in the supply shed.
Really? But the cabinets in there aren't normally locked. In fact, the keys are left on the doors.
He wasn't trying to open that thing. He was trying to open the thing inside it.
Oh, there's something else in there?
Yeah, but I couldn't see what it was because he shooed me away when I got up close.
Well, I think we ought to go check out ourselves, don't you, comrade?
Follow me. I'm the leader.
And he's slinking comically close to the floor. I suppress a laugh. Okay, leader, lead on. You're just out of the lab when the professor calls to me.
Uh-oh. Joan, false alarm, I'm afraid. You'll need to keep those keen eyes peeled.
Oh, what a shame. I thought our little mystery was solved then. Never mind, though. I'm sure it will turn up eventually.
Let's hope so. I'm off to speak with Zane. If you need me, I'll be down at the jetty.
Yes, sir. See you at lunch.
Why would I be suspicious?
He strides off with purpose. I don't know, because it's just some other random key. Like, lots of research assistants are going missing, right? They could have left some shit behind.
Yeah. Oh. The gods of Halagard are smiling down on us. Mission on.
I double-check to see there's no one around before ducking into the supply shed. As Kibbles points out the cupboard that the professor's opening, I post him on the lookout duty by the door. He's in his element, pacing back and forth and doing quick gotcha maneuvers. I love curious. It doesn't take long to work out the filing drawer at the bottom of the cabinet is what the key turns to. I turn it in the lock and hey presto. There are tons of hanging files and I have no idea what I'm even looking for, so I take one at random. There are diagrams of two different cats. One of them is labeled Project Felix, subject 26, and the other Island Cat number 38. There are some research notes in addition to the diagrams. I start to read. Ooh. Subject 26 and number 38 were introduced today. Number 26 was immediately aggressive. The two cats had to be separated before a serious injury occurred. Both cats are usually very docile with others of their own kind. Perhaps Island Cats and Project Felix subjects are sufficiently different that they view each other as a threat.
Breeding.
I flip ahead a few entries. Subjects continue to attack each other on sight. Attempts to breed the two animals naturally do not seem to be working. Artificial insemination was attempted today. Initial signs are promising. Day 301. According to normal cat gestation period, the subject should have given birth by now. It seems as though the addition of the Project Felix subject has extended this time. Oh, day 350. Overnight, number 38 gave birth to a single kitten. The animal is small, black, and sickly. It shows remarkable intelligence in our tests. Oh. Day 354. Attempts to introduce the kitten to number 38 have ended in failure. Both the mother and father are inherently aggressive towards their offspring. The remainder of the notes detail the increasingly horrifying experiments performed on 26, 38, and their kitten. Eventually, the adult cats die as a result of the experiments. After the death of Subject 26, the decision has been made to shut down this facility. 6 is not pleased with what she has read in our reports. The offspring will be moved to the main laboratory near the beach for observation. I'm trembling as I use my catalog to take photos of more of the documents before I lock everything away. I stumble outside where Kibbles is on his hind legs, is staying to attention.
All good, Sarge?
I can't answer. The handwriting on these notes is eerily familiar and my mind is racing. So many signs, suspicions, all coming to light. I daren't say a word out loud, but I can feel a sense of dread creeping into my heart. Kibbles starts to stare at me, concerned. I'm fine, Kibbles, I'm fine.
Recon expert.
Oh, it's because we did all the recon in the game. Well, let's rest. Oh, I hope we did all our dates successfully.
Me too.
What shall we read today? I flicked through the little book of poetry. Ravenpaw and I have gone through most of the poems. We're dragging them out one a day now because we're dreading finishing it all together. We've got Alone, Love Sonnet, Bonnie Boat, and Hunger. Ravenpaw looks less engaged than usual. She usually perks up when I get the poetry book out, but she's sitting hangdog in the corner of her page, shrugging at each title. I think we should read a happy poem today. Something to cheer us up. How about Bonnie Boat? Ravenpaw rolls her eyes. She hates the silly poems and prefers the dark, brooding ones about stormy seas and missing home.
We didn't do it. Just leave it.
What do you mean, Ray?
I don't want to listen to poetry. It's a futile distraction from reality.
This is the first. I'm not sure how to react. I thought she enjoyed our reading time. Ray, is there something you want to talk about? Ravenpaw lets out a heavy sigh.
You wouldn't understand.
I shrug. Try me.
No, you won't understand, because I don't even understand. I feel so deeply, yet I can't articulate it at all. It makes me want to scream, cry, laugh, sleep. I feel, Don't waste your time with me. You've got big, more important human things to do. You don't want to be babysitting a cat like me.
Ray, I love spending time with you. As soon as I wake up, I feel excited to see you, read poems with you, and discuss things with you. You are so unique. You have an amazing insight and a delightfully wicked sense of humor. I'm not babysitting you, I'm your friend. I want you to talk to me when you're feeling down. Ray, you deserve to be happy, especially after all you've been through here. Oh. Ravenpaw still looks frustrated, but she mumbles.
I guess I know which poem I'd like you to read now. Maybe Elle will be able to say it better than I can. Read me a love sonnet.
Okay. I lack the words to say the things I feel. My tongue is slow and of the humdrum kind. You have my eyes and though my eyes were erstwhile keen as steel, you have eclipsed the sun and made me blind. I do not see this blight that you bewail, the fuzz of fur so soft against my skin. I will not shun the sweet curl of your tail, nor shut the door and never let you in. Our cursed fate has dealt us bitter blows, and yet methinks that mine are worse by far. For as the night gets colder, your fur grows, while I am left adrift with no lodestar. Is there one that would laugh and not feel pity for this poor wretch whose love is turning kitty? Oh wow, it sounds like Elle was in love with a werecat. I wonder how that worked.
I knew you wouldn't get it.
I feel like I'm hurting her feelings without intending to or understanding how. Explain it to me, Ray. God, this person's daft. It's not rocket science. I mean, it's just love is... Oh, sorry.
Love is love. You can choose who you fall in love with, right? You can't choose who you fall in love with, right? If only you could, it would make things much easier. But sometimes love just creeps up and hijacks you. And no matter how much you don't like it or try to get away from it, once it's got you, and there's no breaking free.
You make it sound awful and...
Well, it is, if you're not sure of the person you're in love with. But it can be amazing too. Obstacles that felt insurmountable before suddenly feel insignificant. Things you thought you'd never be able to do are done. Poems you used to hate become love songs that sing to your soul. Human, cat, werecat, elder, whatever. Love does not discriminate. It will not be controlled or boxed up to neatly to suit our prejudices. So we just have to grow a pair and come clean and see where it takes us. So I love you. What are you gonna do about that?
Aww.
Yes! I was worried.
There's a long silence while I gather my thoughts, but eventually I'm able to say,
I love you too!
Yay!
Yes!
Thank you, Cassie13.
Yeah. Success.
Oh, Ravenpaw, I thought it was just me. I didn't even hope that you would feel the same way. I know we've become close, but I resigned myself to thinking we could never be more than friends, that you wouldn't accept me.
You really do go on, don't you?
I am blush with happiness. I suppose we both do a bit.
So I guess we're stuck with each other then.
Hint, the correct answer is I love you too. I guess we are! She smiles the brightest smile I've ever seen on her beautiful face. Yay! Ravenpaw!
You got there!
But we're not getting 7% of research done here. I mean, do we
Maybe the last one is extra successful. I'm hopeful! I mean, also, like, we're dating a cat, so...
Okay, so we can do sandwiches!
Ugh.
Or the kittens going free.
Okay, if we're gonna turn into a cat anyways, like, maybe there'll be an option to sabotage and make sure all the kittens are free.
Yes. Cassie13 says, kittens! Yeah, don't worry, we weren't going with sandwiches. Stardust KL subscribed for 7 months in a row saying cat love is best love.
Yeah.
I mean, I love my stupid fur son.
Yes.
My fur boys.
Yeah.
Returning after a morning gathering specimens, I decide to take the side route into camp so I can check up on the kittens. I've stopped in my tracks to see the rearing pen is emptied. Upon further inspection, the smaller transitory crates nearby are also empty. I'm surprised and disappointed that the professor has released my gray kitten without me. I was so clear I wanted to be there to see him off.
Ah, Joan, what perfect timing. I was worried you may not be back.
The professor snuck up behind me, making me jump. Thank goodness, I thought I'd missed him being released. Are we doing it now?
I'm afraid not. In fact, I have some difficult news for you.
I feel my stomach lurch. What is it, Professor? Something happened to Plumpy?
I did warn you not to get too attached, my dear. Naming them isn't always a good idea. It all becomes so very personal. However, I fall prey to the same temptations myself. They really are so seductive. Which makes situations like this one all the more impossible. But I'm hoping you'll be able to help this time. Wants us to murder things again.
Of course, Professor. Whatever you need.
Your little Plumpy has run into a spot of bother, I'm afraid. His tests have shown that his kidneys aren't working properly, and although we've tried the usual treatments, he doesn't seem to be responding well. We think his only chance is to receive a donor kidney from another cat. What? But before that can happen, we shall need to remove his native kidneys and place him on dialysis for a while, to see if he's a viable subject for transplant.
Oh, I'm shocked to hear that, Professor. He seems so well.
Sadly, with the very young ones, this type of problem overwhelms them so rapidly. It's often too late to do anything by the time we even know they're unwell. So you'll help me with the surgery? I believe you've reached that stage of your veterinary training that you can assist.
Of course, yes, it would be an honor.
Go and sort yourself out then, and we shall meet in the lab in 30 minutes. Oh, no.
It's hard to take it all in. I feel nervous, but also excited to be taking part in life-saving surgery. The stuff I've done in college seems such a long time ago now. Hope I don't mess up.
Don't they know by now?
The professor and I have scrubbed up and are checking that we have all the necessary equipment laid out and ready to use. Plumpy has been shaved and has pre-med, so he's sleeping peacefully.
I must say it's a luxury to have another pair of hands, Joan. I usually have to do this sort of thing alone.
The Metalupa says, this part's actually kind of true. Cats have a way of hiding problems and they're having until it's advanced quite a bit. As a cat owner, true. Your cat says, fine. They're gonna die. That happened with Annika. Do you remember Annika? He was such a good cat.
I never met that cat.
He was a black fluffy cat. And when he was young, if you touched him, he would like attack you viciously. And so we had like this big leather glove we called the Annika bothering glove, which was how we could like pet him and like occasionally we'd tease him and rub his tummy, and then he would like playfully attack you, but like very viciously. But when he got old, he like mellowed out and he was like the chillest cat, and he was like super chill and super healthy, and we used to get him like lion cuts because he was really fluffy and he'd get thick fur that would mat. And then he was like 13. And then all of a sudden he started getting like really sick, and like we took him to the vet and they're like, what's wrong with him? And they're like, I don't know. And then he died like 3 months later.
No! And they never knew?
The vets were very good, and they're like, you could spend thousands more dollars on tests, but I have no idea what we're looking for. And they ruled out all like the basic stuff with like x-rays and like tests, and like they did lots of tests, and I spent thousands of dollars trying to figure out what happened. Right? But they're like, we don't know, and any other tests we do now are going to be very invasive, and his health is bad.
Yeah.
So...
just, set him up to live comfortably, however long that is.
Oh. Yeah, that's basically... When your vet's like, I mean, you could give us lots more money, but we don't recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good vet when they're like...
Yeah, that's the Victoria Veterinary Hospital. They're good people there. So, poor...
I still don't believe that this cat is super sick.
I don't think they're sick at all. It's a privilege to help, sir. I'm sure I will learn a lot from you.
So, shall we begin?
The next half hour passes in a flash, sorting out anesthesia, intubation, and finally the incisions, which will determine whether this little chap will live or die. I'm completely awed by Professor Popper's skill and professionalism. Everything is done to the highest standard. Finally, remove the native kidneys, place them in a jar of preserving fluid for further testing, and get ready to stitch him up. But that's not what happens. Instead of stitching him, I see the professor take a scalpel and cut an artery. I cannot trust my eyes, and I think I must have imagined this, but suddenly all hell breaks loose. We have a bleed! We have a bleed!
No! Why did he do this?
Because he's evil. I have no idea what to do. I am frozen in the spot. I want to scream, I saw you cut him, but I cannot make a sound.
Joan, move! We need to stem the bleeding.
Yes, I'm sorry. Suddenly I'm doing all the right things, but I feel as though I'm outside myself looking on. The scene is tragic. So much blood from such a tiny thing. Half of it is over me, in my eyes, my hair, and that is still again. And we've lost him.
No, I thought we could save this cat.
Not when Popper's involved.
Ah.
I'm sorry, my dear. We did all we could. But what happened?
A textbook hemorrhage, I'm afraid, happens sometimes when you're least expecting it. There's nothing that can be done in a situation like that. The one good thing we have left is to take the rest of his organs and put them to good use to help other kittens.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. You want to harvest his other organs?
So that he didn't die in vain. It would be wrong too, don't you think?
I'm speechless. I need to get away.
Of course, I understand if it's all too much for you. Perhaps you'd like to go and lie down for a bit. I can carry on here. I'm used to it.
I don't remember leaving, but I'm grateful to be alone in my tent.
Oh, this is terrible.
I've come to the forest to gather my thoughts. This morning I noticed another change in my appearance. Until now it's been easy to cover up my transition. I just had to keep on top of removing the excess body hair. Even the stub of a tail that appeared a few days ago hasn't been a problem. Who'd see it? But this new development is a turning point. How am I going to explain to the fact that my pupils have turned into vertical slits? Alright. But how are we supposed to hang out with Ravenpaw? We're in the deepest part of the forest. It's become our favorite hangout since I ditched the idea of finding an antidote and followed my heart instead. No prizes for guessing where it led me. Straight to Ravenpaw. She said, if you change your mind when it's all too late, you may end up hating me. But I could never hate her. I love her. I just want you to be sure. I'm more than ready to go with you. I know I can leave this cage if you're by my side. And that was it. We left the lab together in the night and have been side by side ever since. Skip this one. It's just noise.
You're such a granny. I'm going to turn it up.
Ravenpaw fiddles and paws at my old catalog until the volume reaches max. I bury my face under my paw.
Come on, Wrinkles. Learn to appreciate the classics.
Trust me, I do. This is just rehashed rubbish. I shout over the throbbing bass. Ravenpaw laughs and hits me with her tail.
Okay. Let's listen to something else.
Ravenpaw skips through the song after song until she stops at a gentle acoustic guitar, accompanied by soft, soulful, angsty vocals.
Better?
Much. This is actual music. Aww. I feel Ravenpaw gently entwine her tail with mine. We both purr in time to the thrumming guitar. It's funny how stressed I got trying to discover an antidote to this. I never dreamed I could be this happy. I could have saved myself a lot of worry.
I never thought I was capable of being this happy either. But there's still one thing stopping me from being totally blissful.
Oh, what's that?
Your terrible taste in tunes.
I smile and drift off to sleep, feeling happy, safe, and loved. Aww.
I thought we'd save them. We unlocked another chapter? Wait, what? But it gave us the achievement for Ravenpaw.
How did we only get 3 successful dates? I'm so confused.
Because we unlocked the achievement. Wait, let's go back and look at what we unlocked. Because it'll show us both pathways, won't it?
Achieve rhyme and couplet.
Cousins were a couple. And it was successful.
It was to not be yourself? Huh.
Because of the music? How is there another chapter?
I guess this is just the ending.
Well, we didn't stop them from
There are
experimenting.
3 endings. Bad ending, good ending, best ending.
So we only got good.
Guys, the new research assistant has just stepped off the boat. I ran as fast as I could.
I already know about their arrival. Had you been on time for the meeting, you would understand that. It doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, we got good ending, not best ending. What? Doesn't matter.
I'm afraid you missed the most important point on the agenda, Trix. We've been outvoted.
Outvoted?
Yeah, sucks to be you.
But that's not fair. You can't vote without me present.
Apparently we can. I tried to cause a delay, if that's any consolation, my dear.
But I was gathering intel to make the vote more informed. I can assure you that the new assistant looks much promising than any we've had so far.
Oh, Kai, you know this plan doesn't work. We've got to stop. We've catified far too many humans already. It's all rather exhausting, doing the same thing over and over, and expecting different results. If you do what you always did, you'll get what you always got.
But that's ridiculous. The more we try, the greater the chances of success. Come on, guys, don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle. What if this is the one who will free us, the one who will figure it all out?
Please, I adore you, my dear, but you really are so naive. Figure it all out. Forgive my merriment, but it's rather amusing.
What's so funny about it?
I think what Snooty's saying, Kara, is that humans don't seem to be able to get the right balance. Too much help, much real help to us. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Oh. Hewlin subscribed for 12 months in a row saying, the 1 year! Kathleen, thank you so much for getting me into King Gizzard. My mom and I went to their Milwaukee show and had so much fun. Hey, that's awesome. Also, kudos to your mom for being super cool and going with you to a concert. I hope that when Penelope's old enough, she'll be excited to go to a concert with me.
I think so. I'd hope so. Who's Jack? It's true, they burn themselves out with work. Or just lays around all day canoodling with the cats. Or make rash choices they can't take back.
So we need to help them get the right balance. I can't give up without a fair shot at it, please.
I'm with you. Believe me, if we monitor them more closely, we may have a chance.
Murph, you're a gambler. Take one last punt, eh?
How can I say no to that angelic face?
Hurrah! Revote!
Aw, man. Well, we can just get on with it. I'm missing out on the important beauty sleep. Okay, cast your vote.
Yeah, before we figured out what was going on. Oh, we're 94.4%.
Is it because of that one research that we refused to do, so it cut into our other...
I think so, yeah.
Because we had to have someone else do it. I think that was literally just it. That one research event. Oh, we were so close.
Sigh.
Look at all these
58% of total game seen.
Then we murdered so many people.
Oh, meet the devs!
All right.
I really wanted to see what the best ending was, though.
Maybe it'll be an extra.
Yeah, we only romanced 3 of the cats, too, right?
I don't think we have to romance all of them. I think it was literally just that one research that we refused to do. Because we would have completed all of the research if we had just done that before.
Alright.
About applying the cream.
Yeah. Darn!
So 4 secrets found. How many secrets are
Well,
there?
because there was 7, because in the extras menu there was like Sherlock's 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Maybe some of them would have unlocked if we had gotten the best ending.
Maybe.
We just didn't want to hurt the cats. I mean, we can't blame ourselves for trying to, not complete that because we knew the cream was hurting them.
We cannot restart a chapter. We missed the sandwich research.
Yeah. Because we had 2 researchers try and complete the same research event.
Yep.
So that's why we missed the sandwich.
Womp womp womp.
Oh, we were very close.
Well, hold on. Take us back to the booth view for a second.
Yeah.
Hi, Paul. How's it going?
Good. Are you have had your perfect date?
We've had several perfect dates.
I
Well-
just heard the end of that and it did not sound like a great date, but
No, we went and listened to music and had disagreements, but I want to see something. I'm gonna look up to see if there's a YouTube video of the perfect date best ending, so we can get some closure to this stream.
I need some closure. The fact that we were one event away from the best ending.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Perfect date best ending.
We were so close.
Cat's forever ending?
Yeah.
Anti-hero and half measure. That
I don't
doesn't sound
know.
like
I don't know if that's the best ending.
Good ending and Snooty Booty's slave. I don't know about all this.
Yeah, this is weird. Well, let's...
Wait. Yeah.
Oh, anti-hero or half measure. Well, let's watch this anyhow. Take us back to the right corner. Alright. So... Oh, anti-hero if you don't help the kitties. Maybe that's how you get one of the endings.
Oh, okay. They're just showing us multiple endings.
Yeah. Help you after what you did to me? How could I ever trust you? You steal from me, you put me in mortal danger, lie to get... What would you do in my situation? MTV CDM has subscribed for 44 months in a row! I wonder... Yeah, we never turned them down.
No. What happens to the research if you turn them down? It just ends the game?
Maybe. Maybe you just get an ending right away. Yeah, we never did that.
Oh yeah, and we didn't see what happened when we ran out of energy.
Oh.
Maybe that's another secret.
Oh, maybe. Play faster! Ah, I'm so sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, no! My eyesight begins to blur. I can just about make the cats retreat into the thick growth of the forest. Despite becoming more and more tired and foggy, I somehow make my way back to the research area, and that's it, really? I did plenty of work over the next few weeks on Cat Island, but I don't remember much of it. Time seems to have slipped away without my even noticing. I'm sure I did lots and lots of good, interesting work on the island, but I just can't recall any of it, only vague memories. It all feels like a bit like a distant dream to me now.
They get to go home?
I stretch out in the sand, enjoying the midday sun on my fur, lazily licking my paws clean of the scraps left over from my morning feed.
Oh, you're one of the contained cats.
Meow.
And then another researcher comes along and says, oh, what a good kitty you are, and scans you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So that's one of the endings.
Mm-hmm.
This is the cat's forever ending. Ah. Ending achieved. Anti-hero. Okay. Well. Hold on. I'm just... Chapter 3. Oh my goodness.
Are these all the endings?
Oh! Oh, hold on.
I think that was two.
Oh yeah, you could just ignore every single cat. Wow! What a cool thing, but I want the best ending to this
I
game.
don't know if they gave us the best ending. We're running out of time
No,
on this video.
No, this is not the best ending.
They murdered all of them!
Well, MIA. They all become cats. Alright, okay.
They're still... Yeah.
Alright. Perfect date. Best ending.
Someone did a YouTube link of the best ending.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah, darn. What should I search for here? True ending? Ah, true ending. Let's try that. Ah, this looks good. It's like half an hour, but we could probably skip a bunch of that.
Yeah.
It's 4 parts? 1 of 4? Holy crap. Alright. Well, we're gonna have to watch this Bethesda ad. It's 4-part long. I bet there's lots of parts we can skip, though, because we've already seen a lot of this game.
Yeah.
By the way, you should buy this game if you want. Don't let us,
Maybe we can just cut to...
Oh yeah, this starts at, like, chapter 6.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I'm creeping around late at night again. I seem to be doing this a lot more lately because my covert work on the antidote. Ah! My results will tell me whether or not to go back. I need to go back to the drawing board. I held my breath before lowering my head to the eyepiece and slowly turned the fine focus knob.
Is this the Triumph music?
It is. I can hardly believe what I'm seeing. The cell movement exactly what I've been looking for since this began. Eureka! Who's B? Oh,
We've seen this guy.
Yes.
We just didn't interact with them.
Right. She's clearly a previous researcher.
Yeah.
I freeze. You mustn't attract attention. B, what on earth are you doing here?
I'm always here. I've been supervising your research since you started.
You've been spying on me?
Yes.
But how? I'm always so careful to make sure I'm not followed.
As I said, I'm always here.
But why?
I have a vested interest in the outcome.
So does everyone, but none of the other cats scare me half to death in the middle of the night stalking me.
None of the other cats are going to be your test subject.
Test subject? No, I won't allow that. Not until...
I'm not volunteering, I'm insisting.
B, I haven't even tried it on myself yet. I don't want to put you in any danger.
I've been in danger from the day Zane and I arrived on the island. This is in danger, it's hope.
Oh. Zane?
I'll answer your questions while we're waiting for the antidote to take effect on me. Oh!
I see the determination in her eyes and realize there's no use in arguing. Hold on. Half measure. Any route can be used for the half measure ending, which is a bad ending that can be unlocked in Perfect 8 by having 3 people turn into cats and 3 people killed by Bob. Oh.
Oh.
Interesting.
Okay, so if all 6 people turn into cats. Neat.
Oh, you're stressing me out. Any route can be... Oh, it's a bad ending that can be unlocked in Perfect 8 by using up all 4 hearts at once. Okay.
Good. Neat.
I began measuring a dose of the precious serum. I just have this paused in case they're clicking through too fast for us to read the dialogue. So, sorry about seeing the YouTube overlay there. I've made my way to Trixie's cave for the final day of B's antidote trial. It seems like no time at all since she cornered me in the lab and insisted I use her as my test subject, yet watching her transform and listening to her memories as they've gradually returned makes it feel like a lifetime ago. We've become close during this time. B and me, the irritable little cat who used to call me Turntail, is now a real friend. She's confided me about the life she used to have with Zane, their journey here, and the awful betrayal that wrenched them apart.
Oh my goodness!
Zane's a good guy!
Yes!
It's felt like a privilege watching her gradually lose her feline characteristics and transform back into this beautiful human. We've had to adapt as she's reverted gradually, bringing in more and more human comforts. The pretty little cave now almost looks like a bedroom. Zane has been really helpful in finding the things we need and carrying them here. He's also been so protective of Bee and her little hideout, wanting to stand guard day and night. I have to force him away at times so no suspicion is aroused at base camp. Poor Zane.
Yeah!
Then, as Bee's physical appearance started to change, she banished him from seeing her. He was upset at first. Haven't we spent enough time apart?
Please try to understand. I don't want you to see me in transition. I want to come to you...
As all or nothing.
Yeah.
Eventually agreed that they would not see each other until the last dose takes effect and the transition is complete. And that happens today. I'm so excited for the pair of them. I can't imagine what it's been like being apart for such a long time.
So sweet.
Hello?
Hi, I've been ready for ages. I thought you'd never arrive. Oh my goodness!
Sorry, B, I couldn't get away sooner, but I have it.
Her name is very
I pulled
cute.
a vial from my pocket. Your final dose. Although, to be honest, you look fully human to me now.
I feel it, too. What time is he coming?
She looks so anxious, I want to hug her, but I know now that's not her style, so I just hand over the medicine. Zane, any minute, I think.
Better get on with it. Then here goes everything.
She pours the liquid down her throat with a shudder. Hello, anyone home?
Oh, it's him. What should I do?
Invite him in, of course. Shall I leave?
Not just yet. Stay for now.
Okay. Make myself as invisible as possible, tucked into a dark corner.
Come in.
Zane enters and the two of them stand staring at each other for what seems like an eternity until...
You look older. I've watched it happen, but I guess it must be a bit of a shock for you. You look,
It's okay. Don't... Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
She lowers her gaze. Her shoulders fall. Beautiful. He steps towards her and takes her hand gently in his. Neko, my beautiful Neko, if you weren't my wife already, I'd ask you to marry me.
Aww! How much time has passed?
Neko rather looks up into Zane's eyes and they kiss. Sorry, I need to get on. The pair break apart self-consciously.
Of course, yes. We need to make our plan. Final adjustments and checks?
Zane is laughing. Neko looks at him uncertainly. That's my Neko, efficient as ever. I thank the gods and stars and most of all you, Ruby, for bringing her back to me. Aww.
We're gonna tear all the cats back.
But sadly, now you have to part again. Is everything set up on the mainland? How about Bob and Joe? I have the address of the safe house. Bob will be expecting a large cargo tonight for a huge package. You know what to do when you're safely home, Neko?
Check. I'll set up a meeting with a law firm and have standard property deed drawn up. Then I'll make arrangements for a meeting with an independent news agency with no information, but a little bit of bait. From then on, I'll wait to hear from you.
Interesting.
Okay.
It won't be long, my love. It certainly won't. We plan to set the wheels in motion in 24 hours. That should give you plenty of time to be safely tucked away. Don't forget, we need a photo. Zane hands me his catalog and puts his arm around Neko. Say cheese. To catch a rat. I leave them to prepare for Neko's departure while I rendezvous with the other cats about the details of our plan.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yes!
Shh, Kibbles, we don't want to alert the professor of anything suspicious. I want the element of surprise to throw him off guard.
Okay, are we ready and certain of our parts? Yes, sir. Aye, aye, Captain. I'll meet you there.
Ravenpod darts off into the darkness.
Oh, do get on with it. This is eating into my beauty sleep.
Here it goes then, take your positions. All the cats scatter in different directions and I take a deep breath before bursting into the tent of the sleeping Professor Popper.
Yes! Get him!
Help, Professor, help!
What is it? What's going on?
Professor, you must come with me quickly. There's no time to dress. They've all escaped. Zane lets all the cats go and he's raving like a madman.
What?
He's running off towards the elders. We must stop him.
Good lord, wait for me. I hope he turns into a cat.
I've begun to sprint. Hurry! And he's sprinting right after me. I have a small torch which is just bright enough to light up the way. If he wants to run safely, he's going to have to keep up. Faster, sir! I think I can see him!
I'm on your heels. You must catch him. What's gotten into the man?
He was ranting about his wife. I don't understand.
Perhaps I do. Faster, Ruby.
We've covered ground fast and are almost in the danger zone. I grab the quake stone in my pocket and cut the beam of my torch.
Ooh.
Damn, no battery!
Be careful here. We're near the elder territory.
Don't worry, Professor. I know this place like the back of my hand by now. Follow me! And he does, right into the danger zone.
No!
But it's too late. The vibration is hit and he's out for the count.
Yes!
I watch as the large cats rouse themselves on turn on him, slowly beginning to circle. As soon as the first bite happens, Ravenpaw emerges from the shadows and orders the elder cats to retreat. Respecting her half-elder bloodline, they obey her without question.
Ooh, she saved him.
Well, no, because he's still going to turn into a cat now.
They want just desserts.
I've had just enough time to whistle for Zane to come and help me drag the unconscious professor safely out of the danger zone.
Very nice.
He's light and it's easy for Zane to carry him. We make our way to the beach where the other cats are waiting.
This is the best ending.
This is the best ending.
Look at all these cats!
Ha!
Has he been bitten? Yes, he's been bitten, alright. Look at his hand.
The professor begins to rouse.
Where am I? What happened? You're one of us now. Hush, Kibbles, one thing at a time. What? How? I can hear them. That's a good thing, you'll see. Good to have you on board, fella. Well, that remains to be seen. Will someone please tell me what on earth is going on?
The professor sat up and I noticed how frail he is. Here, sir. I draped my sweatshirt around his shoulders. It can get quite chilly out here at night. That seems to calm him.
I knew you were smarter than the others. How much have you worked out?
Well, actually, I wasn't the smartest. I think that honor goes to B.
B, I don't...
Zane has put a picture of his wife on the catalog screen and holds it in front of the professor.
Have you forgotten her already?
The professor looks genuinely sad.
Ah, yes, Neko. She was very talented. It was tragic what happened to her. But I don't see what it has to do with...
Take a closer look at the photo, sir. Notice the date.
But that's not possible. All things are possible, Professor, if you want them enough. The date is from this week, but she's... human. Again. Which means...
There's a pause as he looks from cat to cat.
Oh, really? I thought he was supposed to be one of the greatest minds in the 21st century. There's an antidote!
He looks at me with admiration.
Congratulations, my dear. This is incredible news. You're not getting it. But really, the whole charade was a bit unnecessary. Too much for even my love of the theater. Shall we go to the lab and you can walk me through the process?
He's beginning to stand until Zane places a large hand on his shoulder that pins him to the spot.
Not so fast, mate. You need to listen first. We have a proposition for you. You know it, Zane. It was never supposed to be personal about your wife. I liked her. I liked you. But I needed insurance. That brings us rather deftly to the business at hand, Ruby. Would you care to debrief?
When Neko offered herself...
Insisted, more like. She's very determined when she wants something.
When Neko insisted on being a guinea pig for the antidote trials that I was working on, we discovered that, along with her physical restoration, her memories also returned.
Memories that were rather incriminating for you, sir.
The main point of intel being that this whole setup is owned by a cosmetics company, and contrary to the propaganda about animal welfare, you are practicing the most barbaric torture and extermination of cats.
Really, this is ridiculous. Why would I? I don't wish to sound like a bragger, but I'm highly regarded. Award-winning scientist. I could go anywhere, do anything. Why on earth would I choose to spend my talents on lipstick and powder?
Possibly because you couldn't work anywhere else? Didn't the government restrict your prerogative to choose how you spend your talents?
Not to mention the lure of the big bucks. Yes, well, it is very seductive and it brings us much power. You like power, don't you, Professor? A whole island of your own. It must feel like playing God. Now that would appeal to certain type...
A psycho. A narcissist!
Let's not start name calling.
Let's not get bogged down in why. The facts are plain. You may have come here in the beginning with good intentions, but over time the goalposts have shifted, lines have been crossed, and you are now so steeped in evil that you no longer recognize it as such.
Holy moly. Bravo, Kara. Nicely said. Okay. Let's cut to the chase here. What do I have to do to get out of this intact? I refuse to be thrown under the bus for that rich, spoiled brat. Who now?
Who? Who's this Kitty Fisher, I presume?
It's all her doing. I'm an innocent pawn in all of this. Hardly innocent. Cut the posture and the cat's out of the bag, Professor. What do you want?
We need you to get Kitty Fisher onto this island.
Impossible. She only comes here twice a year and her next visit's over a month away. Find a way to make it happen. Tell her something that captures her interest. Make her an offer she can't refuse.
How is not our problem. You can work it out. You're a highly regarded, award-winning scientist after all.
Ouch. So what's your plan?
You don't need to know that. Only your part in it.
We could tell you, but then we'd have to kill you. The less you know, the better for you.
Crazy Mad Captain is sure to the 100 bits saying, I think I missed things. I'll have to check the VOD. Have some Kitty Pride bits. Yay! Oh yeah, it's still Pride Month. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
So, are you going to help us? There's a moment where you could hear a feather drop and that the professor exhales loudly.
You know, it really is a relief, truth be told. I've been half praying for this day to come. Someone as bright as you, Ruby, to arrive on our poor, corrupted little piece of heaven and restore things to their rightful order. I don't believe. Is that a yes? Is he saying he's with us?
Yes, he's going to do everything in his power to help us. Isn't that so, Professor?
Quite so. I don't believe him. Let's leave my cat.
Absolutely. Yeah, what is Pony Island? Says Cassie 13. Undertale. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, you've done very well, Ruby. You've completed everything necessary to bring out a successful conclusion to this mystery.
Nice.
Therefore, you ought to be justly rewarded. Sit back, relax, and allow us to channel the key players from the history of this adventure so they may tell you your story.
No, it's Sherlock and Watson! Wait, what?
The story begins with me, I suppose.
Oh, I see.
It's a common enough start. I was a performer at the Pussy Playhouse. I'd been on the stage since I was a child, learning my craft, how to put together a dream with powders and paints and everything available to create the perfect fantasy. That's what it's all about, you say? We peddle fantasies, the reality is the kiss of death to magic. I was a master magician, and it all paid off. My name began to creep up the list of performers on posters until at last, at the age of 16, I was heading to the bill, the toast of London. I could create such an illusion that I captured the hearts of all the gentlemen who came to drool over me. There were admirers by the dozen, 20 white roses sent to my dressing room with a handwritten card. A request for an audience, an invitation to dinner, was a normal part of my life. Who was I to refuse such attention? Even for a star as bright as mine, the monetary rewards were small, and a wealthy gentleman caller could support my humble wages for a whole year, blah blah blah. We all understood the rules, each of them wanting to touch that elusive dream. Each also needed to get away and hide their disappointment the moment they did, and it dissolved before their eyes. By the time he came along, I was an old hand. I knew the game and expected nothing.
Okay.
I had no reason to think this would be any different from the others, so I met the famous man they called Daddy Purse Strings. What I hadn't planned for, could not have foreseen, was how quickly I would fall, and so deeply and without reservation. I had met the man who had happily spent the rest of my days, but I needed to be sure he felt the same way about me.
Okay.
Not her, the captivating illusion, but the real Kitty Fisher. Her name is Kitty Fisher. The first time I saw her, I couldn't move. She paralyzed me with her beauty and grace, like nothing I had seen before. Her voice was the sound of heaven. It filled my head until there was no room for anything but her. This is Daddy Purse Strings. I wooed her, of course, but this wasn't like the others. She asked for nothing, never made demands, never even accepted the gifts I offered as enticements. I became a slave to my desire for her.
Perfect.
When she asked me to join her in her dressing room after a show one evening, I almost fell running down the corridors to find her. She let me in, she had something to show me, and asked me to take a seat. Before we commit to anything further, you and I need to let you see the truth and know the difference between her and me. She is the goddess, untouchable and rare. I'm the simple girl inside her. I am real. It's very interesting. Do you want to do Daddy Purse Strings?
Sure. And with that, she began to peel away the layers of artifice that created the instrument of man's undoing. The wig of high powdered curls, hiding in her sleek chestnut waves of hair, unfolding down to her waist, unlacing and removing the corset that molded her hourglass shape to reveal the curve of her tummy, the plumpness of her hips. I sat mesmerized as she slowly, painstakingly creamed away every last trace of the thick white paste that covered her beautiful pink skin, the wine-red dye staining her rosebud lips until finally,
This is who I really am.
she said quietly, and I fell in love. I knew that I had found my wife, the mother of my children. Okay. We had a wonderful life together. I adored her from sunrise to sunset and could not imagine any man being more happy, more in love than me. We were blessed by the gods and we thank them every day.
This is very nice.
However, everything comes at a price, and ours was to be paid in time. Literally, we were to have the happiest years imaginable, but there were only to be 3 of them.
Aww.
The day my kitty told me of her condition was both the happiest day of my life. She was to bear my child, and also the day my world fell apart, never to be rebuilt again, only fully comprehend what she was saying. All the years of painting her face and with that wretched poison was now reaping its grim reward.
Oh yeah,
Lead.
they used to put arsenic and all sorts of nasty things. Lead in the white makeup.
There was no antidote or cure for the toxic murder that was coursing its way through her veins. If we were fortunate, she may live to carry our baby to term.
Oh.
Her fight and determination saw her through the birth. I never once doubted her. I was by her side through it all, and I knew this would be her end. Her eyes were still so beautiful and innocent. She covered her face with a silk scarf, but I could still make out the contour of her high cheekbones and the outline of her pillowy lips. I could, of course, also see the scars and lesions that gouged into her once plump fat flesh. They did not mar her beauty. She refused to see the baby for fear she might leave a lasting impression on her tiny mind. So we spent our precious last moments together alone. Although we both knew she was dying, we spoke of it as if we had a lifetime ahead of us. Her high, quivering voice was a bell from heaven when she exclaimed,
"We will raise our girl right. She will never know what it is to suffer the ugliness of poverty, and that which forces a girl into a lifetime of compromise and pain. She must know the beauty of freedom."
I kissed the milky white skin of her hand, which was still untouched by death, and I carved a promise into my soul that I would honor my darling's wishes and would never allow a child of our bloodline to be enslaved in the prison of ugliness. I would do whatever needed to be done and to ensure they know the freedom of beauty. She knew I had made my oath to her, for it was at that moment that her body released her back up to the heavens from whence she came.
Aww.
I will love my darling kitty forever and cherish her memory as always. It's a grim origin story.
My father started Pretty Kitty Cosmetics the moment Mummy's funeral was over. It was his way of dealing with the grief that overwhelmed him. He worked so hard, but by the time I came of age and he officially handed me the company over to me, it was a thriving, healthy concern. Ah, Kitty Fisher II. I was very familiar with all aspects of the business, as Daddy had made sure I was hands-on from a young age. Having a large shipping company at our disposal was a tremendous boost. We were able to travel far and wide in our search for the most rare and exotic of ingredients to make our products. The reins were placed in my hands. I was determined to push us to even greater successes. Under my direction, we were trading with the Africas and India. All our dyes were natural, and the use of harmful ingredients was being kept to a minimum. Within 5 years, I had my own fleet of 6 ships: Kitty's Desire, Kitty's Pride, Kitty's Passion, Kitty's Admiration, Kitty's Attraction, and Kitty's Vanity. As progress of discovering new and fruitful lands surged ahead, the medical side lagged woefully behind. Carrying out testing on live subjects was a slow and risky process. It eventually became obvious to me that the way forward was to open my own small medical facility where we could be fully in charge of patient well-being and risk factors like infection control. It was a turning point in the development of our research. It was made easier to stay within the ethos of Pretty Kitty, that no harm would be caused to anyone in the making of our cosmetics. I felt that my mother would be proud of me. Then one summer, everything changed. The chain of events started with a tragedy involving one of our ships, Kitty's Desire, and the stewardship of the very experienced Captain Corn.
Who could have known when we set sail homeward, bound from the Paradise Islands, that this pleasant routine would run something.
Would become some weather.
Yep. Normal day for the crew, storms. The worst. I love that little face in the profile.
Yeah.
So silly. Pirate trash.
Pirates! They got attacked by pirates.
Yep.
This is a lot more for the true ending than I thought.
Yeah. The elements are not discerning. Yep. They crashed.
They crashed on this wretched island. Guess what island that is? Them and the pirates.
They tried. They were starving.
They've hunted animals. They probably ate some cats.
Yeah. All that rum went to waste, and we enjoyed it later.
Time and time again, they returned from scouting expeditions with empty hands and empty bellies. Eventually we had to face the reality that the only inhabitants populating this godforsaken place were the cats. The elders!
The cats were everywhere! I feel ashamed as a man of honor to tell what happened next. Eating cats.
I mean, they didn't know they were magical elder cats.
No.
They ate some cats.
Ooh.
Oh, this must be the pirate captain. I tried to present the men with alternatives. I gathered the roots and tubers they collected onto their forays into the forest. But I knew in heart it was no good. Men need meat, and with no birds or fish or any other creature you may expect to find, they look to the only source of meat and supply. People don't need to eat meat to live.
I mean,
I wouldn't eat it. I could never bring myself to do that, so I, along with a handful of proud men, were spared the horrific consequences that came from that indulgence. Sadly, though, we were not spared witnessing it. Grown men writhing in such agony that they would sooner throw themselves off the cliffs than endure the pain. It burns! Help us! Ah!
The cats are scratching on the inside. They're scratching to get out. That's terrifying.
Each account was the same. Many crawled away into the forest to die alone.
Ugh.
Sometimes just swam out to sea, only to be crashed back against the rocks. Then came strange accounts from the hunting parties, returning from further afield, telling stories of hideous monsters, half human, half cat, living out in the wilds. It was hard to know what to believe. Then, one night, my boy Jim, unable to speak but as bright as any scholar, came back white as a sheet and shaking like he'd seen the devil himself. He drew me a picture in the sand. Then he lashed himself to a barrel and launched him out to the mercy of the sea. I never saw him again.
Oh no, Jim. And then he became Luffy from One Piece.
Ha!
Could not scarcely believe my own eyes. I thought surely it must be the hunger playing tricks on me. Yep.
Oh
so
no!
wear a cat.
I'll wear a cat. No,
These
no,
characters
MTV
are
CDM,
great.
definitely somebody named Polly was like, why did I eat the cat? Ugh.
Oh no, that's a terrible photo.
Ah!
No wonder you launched yourself to sea, Jim.
That's
That wasn't
horrifying.
okay. They didn't show us that part of the transformation. I wonder if Jim turns into our pirate cat. Wait, what?
Oh,
How'd you lose your tongue?
they cut it off.
Jeez.
Ugh.
Can't be our pirate cat then. Yep, they're cursed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to try and get back. Oh,
This is the
no!
guy who wrote all the poems and stuff.
Yeah. No, we thought it was Pirate Cat reading those poems. Wasn't?
All right, so Jim, who sees this werecat, who had the sister who was washed up on shore, gets picked up by a ship. Oh, it's by another Kitty Fisher, the Kitty Pride. They wanted to know what happened to their missing crew. Oh,
Maybe it would have
interesting.
been better if no one had made it back out.
I couldn't talk, but as soon as they understood and gave me pencil and paper, I began writing down everything I could. Interesting.
Yep.
They treated me like I was a toff. I was taken to the Kitty Fisher Hospital for treatment and convalescence. It was lovely there. Clean sheets and hearty food.
Good on you, Jim. Hope you met your sister.
I think you need to go back and rescue everybody else, though. The nurses were gentle and kind, and some were very pretty, but all the time I prayed that I would be back soon with my sweet Sally.
Oh, good faces. I could just not understand the results we were getting. From the moment we began testing his blood, we were seeing things never believed possible. We'd been looking after this poor chap who was plucked out of the sea apparently for about a week on Miss Fisher's instructions. He made extraordinarily good progress. Very good.
He apparently wasn't all that sick.
Yeah. Maybe he drank the spring water.
We leave the basic nursing to our very capable young ladies. Blah, blah, blah. Then the night nurse came by.
Okay.
Doctor, I need to ask you to come and look at one of my patients, if you will. It's really rather urgent.
Jim, no! His tongue grew back!
I peered into his mouth for a moment. I was baffled as to what I looked. His tongue, sir. Appears to be rather shortened, but normal. Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, the mysterious island.
That is terrifying. Oh, old Kitty Fisher.
After the initial excitement, the early research was slow and laborious. My great-great-grandmother began the quest to find the island. The pirates regained his speech, along with his tongue, and recounted what has befallen them with remarkable clarity. More astonishing even than the regrowth of his tongue were his blood and tissue tests. All the results solved as the cell repair and production was hastened and increased, having the effect of extraordinary healing and rejuvenation. It didn't take them long to work out how a company like Pretty Kitty could benefit from whatever was in producing this incredible restoration. The key to opening a whole new world of science was somewhere on that island. It took my ancestors years to locate the place, a tiny speck in the middle of the vast ocean, and more years to work out more that the entire piece of land was surrounded by a natural repellent force, not unlike magnetic reversal, in that it pushes everything away. It's almost impossible for anything to stumble upon the island by chance. Almost. A lot of time was wasted trying to find a way through the barrier, over it, under it, breaking into it, and then quite by chance, a discovery was made that changed everything. The invisible wall was not a complete circle, rather it was a horseshoe, meaning that there was a small opening in one end through which things could pass. Once that part of the puzzle was solved, it was full steam ahead. My great-grandmother made everything legal by staking her claim on the island and having deeds drawn up to prove ownership. No one contested or even showed interest in it.
Okay.
And as you can imagine, that suited my family very well, and the culture of secrecy around Infinity Island began. All the fisherwomen before me, right up to my mother, took the project forward, each in their turn. They forged a safe and convenient route, scouted for the best place to build a base camp, and then mapped the island. Until it became how you see it today, I have contributed very little in the inhabitation of the place. It was handed to me complete. My skills were far more valuable on the mainland. The research and results have been beyond anything we could have dreamed of, and needed to be properly protected and insured against. I discovered that I have rather a genius for sniffing out the right person for whatever job required. In no time I had built a task force whose loyalty and discretion matched their expertise in their given field. I also found that if someone had reason to be investigated and being faithful to me, so much the better. It made life more certain for all of us.
Ah!
This is so much exposition to be hiding at the end of the game.
Yeah. Wait. No!
What's the matter? Bad dream. All these bank fees
Skip
were after
ad.
How much more is there? Is this the other half?
Well, this one was only 15 minutes, so okay.
Very posh. Imagine us at the KFMF.
Emphysema. It progressed beyond help. We're looking at a grim future. This is how the marigolds got there. A short one, eh?
Don't make light of it, Mason. It was the worst time of my life.
Ah!
Okay, so they benefited from the treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
So Mr. Marigold's sick. Then he gets better. He recovers from emphysema, which you don't typically do.
Very good.
And then, of course, Kitty Fisher has two willing people who are basically...
They're indebted.
Yes, we've certainly been made to pay. Aw, she's doing it for love.
Aww. That's how they'll pay back their expenses.
Yeah. Ah, so then they go to this top secret island. Maybe because they're doing super secret research, which is the same stuff that cured Mason. Never mentioned that the authorities, police, and the government might be more than a bit interested in the practices that were going on there. They're feeling young and spry when they get there.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a bit sad, like that they had all this great backstory that you only get dumped on if you get 100% research.
Yeah, this is a lot of content.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, I guess. They know you're super invested.
I still think this is a good game, and I still think it was worth our $10.
Oh yeah.
Miss Fisher, blah blah blah, proper bigwig. Oh, Professor Popper shows up. Okay, I'm just TLDRing you this for you guys.
Yep. My father was a scientist, you know. Memories. His death.
Yeah.
He was born to be a scientist.
Yeah. So Professor Popper's dad I think we should read Popper's dialogue.
I excelled at university, became the youngest person in my field to achieve a PhD, animal cloning, academic awards, controversial area of science.
That butts up against theology, often causing contention. Even the law becomes flimsy this close to the ethical boundaries of science, and one often finds oneself in gray areas. Ah, I like it, perverse as it may sound. It builds character. A pioneer must keep a clear perspective on his goal intention and have nerves of steel to see it through. I had the dizzy heights of success in the 80s when I won the DP Foundation Award for Scientific Advancement for the results I was getting in the field of animal hormone therapy. As always, there was a brouhaha, with the Animal Rights Brigade joining forces with the Bible thumpers and demanding I be hung, drawn, and quartered, or some such nonsense.
So he's always been on that side.
It got tricky for a while there, and the law intervened and tied up my research, so I was no longer at the liberty to work without having to explain myself to one governing body or another. I lost my enthusiasm. A man of genius is not permitted to express himself freely. He quickly becomes disillusioned. I began to sink into the quicksand of complacency. Whiskey helped.
Oh no!
Ah. I dreaded to think where it might have ended if the Kitty Fisher Science Foundation hadn't thrown me a lifeline. It was the most intriguing offer I'd ever be made. It was all cloak and daggers at the start, but once I was on board, I understood the need for discretion. Again, I found myself skating upon the thin ice of mortality, and too many inquisitive intruders could prove heavy enough to crack the foundation, sending us all under. I was given a free hand to pursue my own research, alongside the work I was doing for the pretty... alongside the work I was doing for the Pretty Kitty Company. Their investigations into the rejuvenating properties of the island and how they may be harnessed and made effective in their cosmetic products was interesting enough, if a little superficial. Hi, Lonely Tex. However, it was the work with the island's inhabitants, the cats, that really intrigued me. I had some understanding through my study of their DNA that they were no ordinary species. Some, of course, were domestic moggies like you may have on your lap at this very moment. But others were entirely different.
Wait, why is he a cat now?
I think that's just the excited cat face. As the months rolled by and I became more absorbed in my work here, I see now that I began to lose sight of the bigger picture. Mrs. Fisher was demanding ever more intrusion into the lives of these animals, and I was no longer able to say no. I was in too deep.
What?
There was a time long ago with an incident regarding one of my research assistants that troubled me. I tried to make a stand. Oh.
Okay.
I was made aware that my compliance was the only thing that stood between me and my disappearance.
So, B. He chose B over.
There was nowhere to run. The only way off this island was guarded by her henchmen.
Okay.
Ah!
Our first handshake took him a... Yep.
So this is Bob. Ah! Oh no! They had a son with muscular dystrophy. Oh, interesting. So during the birth of our second boy, Joe, complications developed that took her from us. I knew I was going to have to give everything I had to fill her shoes. Oh no! First thing I did was hand my notice at the DP Shipping Co. where I'd worked since I was just a lad.
Poor Bob.
Although I'd been given the opportunity over the years to rise up through the ranks, I always declined promotions. That's stupid. I'm a family man, and spending time with Grace and Jake meant more to me than a bit of power or a few extra quid. We did alright. We had enough. Now, though, I regretted not having the perks those promotions would have brought.
Didn't give him a balance of work-family lifestyle.
Childcare and pension benefits would have helped at this time of need. However, I knew the Lord would provide and we'd be looked after. And so we were. Alright, so now you're running the
You
boat.
just have to murder other people to do it.
Blah blah blah, quit my job. Meet with Kitty Fisher. Scratched my head over that one. What could the big boss lady possibly want with me? Well, I didn't have to wait long, as a few hours later there's a knock at my door, and there she is, the lady herself.
Oh, she even went to visit him.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge.
You clearly have your hands full, Bob, so I thought it might be easier all around if the mountain came to Muhammad, so to speak. Interesting. There's a younger Kitty Fisher.
I was speechless. She was on her own. No entourage, no security, nothing. I was in the middle of making lunch, so I invited her in, and we all sat down together, me and Jake. Miss Fisher holding baby Joe, eating... What?
Ackee and saltfish.
Neat. She cut to the chase, I'll give her that. She said how much she appreciated the loyalty I'd shown to the company over the years. How she could always spot a good one, and perhaps we could be helpful to each other in these difficult times. Well, I don't know what was difficult for her, but me and my boys could do with all the help we could get. So she explained about her less public company project on a remote location in the middle of the ocean. How a position opened up for experienced ferrymen, someone who would understand the value of discretion, someone with integrity. She told me...
The humility that has kept you at the level of water patrol, regardless of your exceptional skills and experience, is of great interest to me, Bob. I am prepared to make to you what I believe you'll find a very attractive offer. It can't be easy for you to look out for Jake while also taking care of this little munchkin. She bounced Joe in her arms all the time she was talking. If you agree to my terms, I can ease your burden considerably. I will ensure that both of your children receive the highest quality of care available, including a place in our medical facility for when Jake needs treatment, and around-the-clock nursery nurse for baby Joe, allowing you to work for a very handsome wage.
Where's the other son?
Yeah. The hours will be limited so you can spend much of your time with the boys, but the salary will not be limited in any way whatsoever.
Okay. Well, I was smiling on our house that day, and I've been at the island for him ever since. The years rolled on, and by the time Joe was 12, it was obvious he wasn't going to get much more from formal schooling. The lack of oxygen during his birth made him slow. Could have been so much worse, but thank the Lord his brain damage wasn't debilitating. Just made it hard for him to fit in. He was big for his age and stronger than average, and so he got teased at school and lashed out. He could be a danger to other kids. Oh. Eventually, it was deemed best all around if he left school and took up an apprenticeship with me. Again, Miss Fisher stepped up to help and got the right letters written and the right calls made to keep the authorities happy. And then we were a team, Bob and Joe, the ferryman. Things have changed on the job over the years. We still only do a run month to the island, delivering supplies and collecting stuff to be deposited at the other facilities on the mainland. These days, we travel up twice a week sometimes. The duties have changed too, but I don't look too closely at things like that, like murdering research assistants. Job's the job.
Be on time. Do your stuff. After the business with the security guard and his wife, whoa, the goalpost moves considerably. Tried to keep my boy out of as much as possible, but I made sure I only used the tranquilizing gun. To have Joe's help with containing the ferals, or at least until the change was complete, and we could release them back onto the island! Oh, good. They didn't actually murder people.
Are they called the ferals then?
I guess.
The researchers that have turned cat?
Yes!
Because I assumed the ferals would have meant the elders.
Yeah. One time I asked, why bother them taking out all the trouble of taking them out to the sea just to return them again as cats?
Okay.
Oh, and being out. Oh.
Right, too many bodies to cover up. Better, because they're already infected, to just be cats.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
I was sorry for Zane. I liked him, but what could I do? Aw. There's a lot of surprises happening right now.
Yeah. I mean, they still don't talk about their other son. Aww.
Aw. So this is Zane. Ah.
Wow. They
Zane
really
loves
put
his
these
life.
characters.
This seems like sometimes you do these briefs for characters just so you can get into the right spot.
Yeah.
Like why they have this tragic backstory and stuff like that. And you really, you're just like, well, I guess no one's going to read this, but it was helpful. And then they're like, no, let's put it all in the game.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're young. They get married. They go to work on the island.
I wouldn't call that a honeymoon, but sure.
Did Cam ever see this character? No. I don't think Cam's really seen any of this game. No. So she gets to go do a research position. He gets to be the security guard.
Yep. Well, it's nice to get to travel and work together.
Yeah.
He was bored. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no, he was allergic. Oh, they couldn't even hang out while she was a cat. Oh, that's the worst. I mean, I guess, like, after a while, maybe be slightly less allergic.
Yeah. You just sort of get used to it.
Antihistamines.
Oh, so I suggested she sit down with Professor Popper, have it out, explain her worries, and get everything out in the open. She agreed and went to see him in his tent.
No.
Later that evening, she was back to her normal self, happy that she had been listened to and taken seriously. Professor Popper promised he would look into her concerns personally and take it up with the company directors. He couldn't have been more supportive. Uh-oh. 24 hours later, I was recalled to mainland to help with setting up security on a newly opened facility. Why me? I had no idea, but after months of doing nothing, I was quite pleased to be useful again. Naka was happy. It was only for a month, so I set off with Bob the ferryman the next day.
No.
Then B disappears. Back in those days, you couldn't contact the island. The ferry only went once every 4 weeks, so I had no communication with my wife until I returned. I couldn't wait to see her and ran from the jetty to our tent.
Ugh.
We hugged for the longest time while she was holding me tight. She began to explain what had happened. I need you to stay calm, Zane. You mustn't lose us. Promise me you'll do as I ask. My life could depend on it. Slowly, she let me go and sat me down. It was too bizarre to believe at first. There had been an accident. She'd been bitten by a cat and setting in motion a change in her DNA that would result eventually in feline transition. I made her spell it out for me. I know I'm not as quick as her, and maybe I wasn't hearing her properly. It was a long night, but by the end of it, there were no misunderstandings. Her and the professor were working to find an antidote. I needed to stay put and do nothing that might put her at risk or prevent them from reaching that goal. Then she turns into a cat. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. No assistance can create a remedy. This is why
We
he's
were
so burned out when we meet
close.
him. How naive was I? When I thought I figured out what was really going on, it was all too late. There had never been an accident. There would never be an antidote. Yeah, the professor doesn't give a shit.
Just trying to keep
That is until you came
information.
along, Ruby. I had a feeling from the start that you were different. And look at us now. You've done what we couldn't. Thank you all. From all of us.
So close.
Okay, so we got a lot of backstory there.
Yeah. So here we are.
Thank you, Zane. Thank you all for sharing your stories.
What stories? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Didn't you hear them?
Hear you.
Oh my god.
We just like passed out for a while and woke up. Sure.
Finally, we're all properly united and ready to free this island from the evil that's been corrupting it. I only wish I could have come sooner. So many have been harmed, so many used. Each of you has had your better nature, your love, turned as a weapon against you to force you to do things I'm sure have hurt you immeasurably. Even you, Professor, your love of work, of science, was used to blind you to the truth of the harm you were causing. I think it's obvious that nobody in this story started out with evil in their hearts. In fact, it seems just the opposite is true. How sad that in shifting your moral compass just by 1 degree, you have over time come so very far off course. You have all lost so much. There'll never be a way to get that back, but we can turn our losses to lessons and move forward with hope. So listen, all of you. I promise the story will end today. We will work together to stop this evil, here and now, and return this island to its rightful owners, the Elders! And everybody should fuck off. And a bunch of cats can stay here if they want.
Right? I mean, if they've been here for centuries. What?
Oh,
That
we're going to
doesn't
the
make sense.
we're going to the next one. It's probably one
Starts
of
with a C, ends with odd.
That doesn't look like
This is our
card.
new wild-caught cod.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
That's good.
Nope. 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 Where's part 3?
Maybe click to the actual account.
How about I just go back?
Yeah. 2 of 4.
Where's 3 of 4?
Go to their account, maybe.
Ah!
We need to know. Search. Two of 4, 4 of 4, 3 of 4.
No, this is Trixie's playthrough, though.
No! Wait, true ending.
Where?
3 of 4.
Ah!
Right there. Ah,
YouTube, you almost foiled us. 27 minutes? I could have skipped all of that. Okay, from my vantage point, I see Kitty Fisher stepping off the boat. She looks exactly as I pictured her. If the wind was in the right direction, I imagine she would smell divine. She has her 2 beasts from hell with her. Reggie and Ronnie, 2 Doberman attack zogs. Zane told me she hated cats, but I didn't really believe him until now. These 2 monsters would make short work of anything on this island apart from the Elders. We need to keep our wits about us.
Oh no!
I can just about hear her and the professor as they pass where I'm hiding.
It's gonna be a long journey, my dear. You must be exhausted.
I'm used to it, but the weather is very warm today. Some cold refreshment.
Of course, we'll head to the mess tent.
I need my darlings fed and watered. You'll see to that. She's talking to Zane, who's walking 2 steps behind them, looking like the perfect bodyguard. As he passes, I see he has his fingers crossed behind his back. Drug those dogs!
Good. They'll be well sorted. Sort those doggos.
When they've gone and it's safe to move, I scramble to my next position near the mess tent. I can see the others are all at their posts waiting for the signal. When I'm sure Miss Fisher and the professor are seated comfortably, I gesture to the lads. Kibbles and McMurphy shoot out from their hiding holes and run up as close to the two snarling beasts as possible without being in the range of gnashing fangs. All hell is broken loose. Raji and Randy are going wild, snapping and straining at their leashes to get the two brave cats, who are hissing and spitting, along with some choice language that thankfully only I can understand. Within a split second, whoa! So they lets the dogs go. They chase after the cats, who are running away.
Very good.
TXE2, I gesture to the size of these lads. At the same time, I hear her voice over the receding din. What is going on out there? And then seeing Zane with the leads and no dogs. What did you do, you fool? You've let them go. Yes, miss. Well, what are you waiting for? Go after them. I'm afraid I'm not going to do that, miss. She turns to the professor. Percival, fire this ignoramus. And he's not going to do that, miss. Have you all gone insane? Percival?
He's right, I'm afraid.
For goodness sakes, you're both fired. Pack your things this instant.
We can do this the easy way or the hard way, miss.
She turns on Zane and lashes him across the face.
Jeez, hard way it is then.
He's caught her arm and in one swift maneuver brought his other hand up and plunged the needle into her neck. What the? He's... She stumbles towards Professor Popper. He injected me with something! What was that? Then rounding on Zane. What was that?
Calm yourself, kitty dear. I'm afraid it's too late to put up a fight. The damage has been done.
What damage? What are you talking about? Explain yourself. Perhaps I can help with that. Who are you? What's going on here? She's holding her neck and shaking with rage and shock. Miss Fisher, a chair, please. We need to have a chat. It may take some time. Zane grabbed a chair from the mess tent. I don't want to sit. I need answers.
I think you best do as you're told, young lady. Yes, all this emoting will play havoc on your front lines.
Finally, Kitty Fisher has been silent. She looks from one cat to the next in disbelief.
I think she can hear us.
How? It's not possible.
I'm afraid it is, my dear.
She slumps down onto the seat. My name is Ruby. I'm the current research assistant. I've been infected with the virus that causes feline transition. As you know, like so many others before me, I would not have been allowed to reach the mainland. Kitty brings her hand up to her neck with a look of realization.
Yes!
Yes, that's right, Miss Fisher. You are now in the process of transition. The blood in the syringe was willingly donated by our very good friend Ravenpaw.
Ah.
She is a half-elder and has the ability to infect. She was your only success at interbreeding. Sadly, her parents, along with many others, were killed in those experiments. But she survived. Are you seriously telling me that I've been infected?
Oh, what would your reaction be given your newly acquired linguistic abilities?
But why? To force your hand. There are things we need from you that you would not give up without leverage. What things? Are you trying to blackmail me? Do you understand who you're dealing with, you ridiculous child? I certainly do, Miss Fisher, and I have the utmost respect for the many good things the Fisher Foundation has contributed to the world in so many diverse areas. However, the atrocities you have instigated here on this island are unforgivable. How dare you judge me? You are nothing, nobody. And yet I seem to have your future firmly in my hands. You think you're so clever? Well, let me tell you. No, actually, let me tell you. Here's the situation. We have positioned Nako at a secret location. Nako? Zane steps forward and shows Kitty Fisher his catalog. This is Nako. She was the first researcher you hired to assist Professor Popper with this project. She was a brilliant scientist with a bright future ahead of her until she discovered too much about the Pretty Kitty Foundation and you ordered her to be forcefully injected with the virus. Do you remember her? Of course I don't. How could I? Maybe because she threatened to blow the whistle on this whole operation? A dawning realization spreads across Kitty's face. Her, that busy little bee, buzzing around my business. Why should I concern myself with her? She's long gone. Catching mice and scratching fleas. Hardly a threat now.
That'll be you!
Look at the data on this photo, miss. Neko is proof that the antidote works. A nasty smile spreads across her face. Oh, good. Kitty draws a gun from her jacket.
Jeez.
Give me the antidote and I won't blow your tiny brains out. Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. You see, as Neko reverted, all of the memories came back. She has a world of information and proof of the despicable things you have been doing here. Find her, Percival, and bring her to me this instant.
She's not on the island, my dear.
Her secret location is on the mainland, where she is now waiting for a call from us, which if she doesn't get by...
Yes. And how'd she get off? 1,800 hours.
Crate.
Right.
She will attend the press conference she set up with a global news syndicate. We can expect visitors here very soon after. Kitty's demeanor changes. What is it that you want? You need to atone for the heinous crimes you've committed here, not only against the cats and the humans, but the island itself. So we've had NACO visit a reputable law firm to have a contract drawn up, which will be couriered to your legal department as soon as you give the word. In a nutshell, it allows you to continue research here on the island with the following provisos. 1. You fund a veterinary clinic to be set up here dedicated to the well-being of all the cats on the island. 2. All of your research which involves cats or animals of any kind ceases immediately. However, you may continue to research the island's properties with due consideration for the effect you have on the environment. All results and findings from here on in must be shared with the World Health Organization for the benefit of medical advancement. You won't have time to read the finer details now, but you can trust us that there are no hidden traps. We play straight, Miss Fisher. I've asked for a modest allowance for anyone who chooses to return to the mainland, and the guarantee of a job for life if they want it. You certainly know how to pick people who have loyalty and integrity. Finally, those qualities will be put to better use, and everyone will be a lot happier. What do you say, Miss Fisher? Kitty lowers the gun. Where do I sign?
What? That easy?
You're not going to put up a fight? The battle is nothing. The war has been fought and already won. Bravo, child. Besides, I know a good offer when I see one.
What?
I will be rehumanized, escape incarceration, continue with my highly profitable cosmetic research, and I get to be the good guy, sharing my discoveries with the world. Excellent PR and marketing. I couldn't have asked for more. I can't help but smiling. Kitty Fisher has turned out to be every inch the businesswoman I imagined. It seems too easy.
Yeah. Maybe they're just hurrying it along.
We decided to hold our meeting on the cliffs that lead to the rainbow pools. It was Snooty Booty's idea.
It smells just heavenly.
She's half right. When the breeze is in our direction, it carries a sickly sweet perfume, even this far along. I remembered it when I first came here with Trixie. It amazed me. I didn't know that this place had been used to add perfumes and dyes to the cosmetics. Everything about the island was so baffling back then. How long ago that seems now. Major, do you want to begin? He loves calling us to order as great as keeping us on track. It makes him the obvious choice for the chairperson.
Yes, thank you, Ruby. If I can have your attention, Kibbles.
The sun is glinting off silver specks of the rocks and his distracted Kibbles. He's hunched with his ears pinned flat to his head, ready to pounce.
Stop catching the loose sides. I'm not. I'm making sure there are no hidden microphones. No one has bugged the sunbeams, Kara. Come over here and let's hear the latest intel. Alright, a debrief. I'm on it. As you know, Ruby has had an extraordinary success with the antidote.
A friendly little cheer goes up, causing me to blush.
Neko has not shown any contraindications in the period since her full transition. So the time at last has arrived for each of us to think carefully about if we want to undergo the treatment. Hand it over to Ruby.
Alright, thanks, Major. We're finally here. It's a big step, guys. One or two things need to be said before anything happens. Although I'm very confident in the safety of the serum, I feel we need to exercise some caution with regard to our emotional well-being. Not everyone may wish to give up the life they have made for themselves here as a cat. I bet some of them aren't gonna go not be cats. Each one of you must search your own hearts, but I also suggest you talk with each other for support. Needless to say, I'm available. Blah, blah, blah. Trixie holds up a paw, and I nod to indicate she has the floor.
When is all this going to happen? Will it be available to all the cats on the island?
Good stories, Trix. Firstly, the answer is yes. All cats will be offered the opportunity to undergo transition. However, we thought it would be best to offer it to you guys first, seeing as you've been instrumental in bringing this about. That way, should you choose, you can be extra pairs of hands to help when we roll it out to everyone else. It will be a bit chaotic first, but what on Cat Island is ever straightforward.
Exciting times, Kara.
Mac's right. Let's go enjoy the rest of this adventure. We have earned it.
And my other question?
3 days, my friends. We will begin in 3 days. There's some general cheering, and it feels like the natural place to end. Oh,
Oh, they
Kibbles!
chose Kibbles last to date. Alright,
Or,
alright.
well, maybe? Oh, so... Alright, so our research assisting is dehumanizing, but now it's Kibbles. Interesting. I can totally see Kibbles wanting to go back to being human again.
Well,
'Cause he was
think about all the manga he gets to read.
Well, he was so stressed out about forgetting things, right?
He showed us his comic book. Ah, yes, Kibbles. I remember this.
Hey!
I won. You're useless against me now that I'm at full strength. You'll never beat me.
Oh wow, look at you, Kibbles. This is amazing. It's exactly how I imagined I'd look. A little turtler maybe, but the lopsided grin is there and I'm used to him instantly. Oh, maybe this is all your romance pairs.
Oh, I see.
Oh, he's very cute.
Yeah.
It's Matt. Ha!
Of course not. Are you joking? Check out these beauties. Yes, his thumbs.
Thumbs again!
All right. Do you remember your name now? Wait, I thought you were supposed to regain your memories.
Yeah, I think he does. Maybe he's going
Maybe
for
he
a
wants
new
a
name.
new name because it's a new life. 'Cause, who knows how much time has passed by.
Mm-hmm. Stan Thrang Helm Crush.
He is serious.
Oh my god, you goof. Well, that's it. That's very... You can call me Stan for short, though.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Great to finally meet you, Stan. Or in your company, you must use my full name. Oh my god.
What?
I will Stan Thrang Helm Crush. I certainly will. Aww.
Just call him SH. Aww. Dating.
There's just one more question that needs to be answered.
I'm giving that some thought. PC or console?
What? I'm talking about our future.
Yeah, me too. We need to pick out one soon if we're gonna game together.
Stan, I'm talking about where we put the PC.
Oh, you're thinking PC, huh?
Kibbles, I'm asking you whether we should live here or start our lives together on the mainland.
Oh. The mainland? Did you choose that? What did you choose?
I would stay on the island. Leave for the
But I
mainland.
was supposed to read all the new releases.
Get them sent in.
From the crate?
Ah, it's the romance pairs.
Okay.
Oh, Snooty Booty.
I think Snooty would want to stay here.
Alright, so this researcher's back to normal now.
Yep.
Definitely Snooty Booty would want to become human again.
Oh my goodness!
Ah!
This is hilarious.
Snoots, where are you?
That name is no longer suitable, and I demand that you stop using it immediately.
Whatever you say, Snoot, madame, just please come out so I can see if it's worked.
If it's worked, of course it's worked. Why would it work on you and not me?
As I follow her voice behind the largest of the trees, I catch my first sight of her. Oh my goodness, you look incredible.
Yes, well, we're going to have to get me some decent clothes. These rags you left for me will not do, not one bit.
She's wearing a dress I managed to pilfer from Mrs. Marigold's washing line. It hangs rather forlornly from her tall, elegant frame.
Shopping is the first thing on my agenda.
Slow down a minute, Snoots. Let's take it nice and easy. You're new to all this.
Actually, I'm not. Fewer memories than I have expected have returned, but this is enough to tell me I was a very competent human being for a very long time. Of course you were.
That's great.
What's more, I'm an extremely talented shopper. I cannot wait to visit the mainland and brush up on my skills. Okay, well, we're obviously not staying here then.
You have all the time in the world to do whatever you want. So I take it there are no regrets?
Have you taken leave of your senses? Look at me. Why would I regret anything?
Why would anybody like this person?
I like the streak in their hair.
Yeah.
It's fun.
How do you feel?
Remarkably well, considering.
Ah.
Well, let's
She's-
shop together. I believe I owe you my gratitude. I'll never be able to thank you enough, but I'll certainly never stop trying.
I mean, I kind of want to look like this when I
That's
get
sweet.
old. I want to be that old lady.
Yeah. First class transport.
Yep. It's a 5-minute walk into camp, Snooty Booty. I like how...
That's funny.
Aw,
We didn't successfully date her, so
that's fine. Prudence as a name?
very good.
Me, possibly? Prudence suits me, does it not?
Very good, Prudence.
Prue. Aw,
Aw.
very sweet. Wow. Oh my god. Definitely the mainland.
Like, you want to shop?
Yeah.
Yeah. Major.
Yes! McMurphy!
Ah, very good.
Huh.
I wonder if they're gonna choose the mainland for everyone.
Maybe. I guess it probably doesn't really matter.
No, I mean, they're not showing you what happens after.
Yeah.
So,
Blah, blah, blah.
we're not a traitor. It's a lot of work. A lot of work to get here. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I do regret not dating McMurphy.
Yeah, it was our first cat. We weren't. Oh my
Ah,
goodness!
He's so handsome. He looks like Surge with long hair.
Because of the eyebrows.
It's the
so
nose.
funny. Oh, I've never stopped doing that as far as I'm aware, Kara. I go as far as say I'm a born orator.
Hey.
I knew you'd never be able to control yourself around me.
My only regret is that he doesn't have a beard. Oh, he's so handsome.
Yeah, that one's fun. Aww. Well, this would have happened if we had successfully dated all the cats, so that's fun to know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He looks like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah!
Yay!
No one's smooching, though, in these moments. We're denied all these smooches.
Connor McMurphy. Aw.
That's my name.
So,
Yes!
that's so Irish.
Very good. Actually, Kara, you used to call me Mac, didn't you?
I think I did sometimes. Well, what's in a name?
How would we call a rose by any other word would smell as sweet?
Get you remembering Shakespeare already.
I have to say, Kara, I was a bit worried that I might regret transitioning.
And?
Shakespeare! You, not a bit of it. I think this will get better and better.
Yay!
Oh, lead me to the nearest tavern. Okay, so we're obviously not staying here.
Nope.
That's a good point, Kara. What'll it be, mainland or island?
They're definitely leaving.
Your place or mine? My place.
Now to research isolating the part of infection that lets you talk to cats.
Yeah. That's some worthwhile research. I like how they wrote up something a little different for each person.
Mm-hmm.
Trixie!
Trixie looks like Lorna Schlitzwhistle, calling it now. Whatever your mental image of Lorna Schlitzwhistle is.
Oh my goodness, this is so
Flowy
exciting.
blonde hair.
I'm so excited.
Oh my goodness.
I'm glad we get to see all of this.
She was her sister.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Trixie wasn't Raven's sibling, just friend. Yeah, she was her sister, right?
Yes!
Oh!
You can open your eyes now.
In spite of my fear, I open my eyes. As soon as I hear her, I let out a gasp.
Well, yes! Yes, this is awkward. Bald, clumsy body, definitely not.
Are you disappointed? Oh my goodness.
Like all these research parents. Cute.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be just another part of the adventure, Humi.
Of course Trixie's cute. She was adorable as a cat.
Are you?
Disappointed?
Well, of course we aren't. Oh my goodness. This is so fun.
Aw.
Oh, the rest of my one and only life.
Aw, so romantic.
They're going to have a very successful business selling minerals.
Mm-hmm.
My name's Belle! Aw. I wonder if she'd prefer to stay here. She loves nature.
Oh, they're leaving. They could go live in a yurt somewhere.
That's true. Maybe they like to go to the desert or something.
This must be the Major?
Yes.
I'm glad we watched all of this.
Me too.
Oh, Ravenpaw!
Okay. Leaving best for last.
What about the Major? She was a cat! She was, like...
Oh, she was both though, so how
What?
the heck is this going to happen? She was a fusion. Oh no. She could have died from this treatment. Yeah, they did.
Trilly transitioned cats and half-elders. Huh. That's weird.
Well, they just wanted to try ours. Oh my goodness!
What? How do you get piercings?
For fun. You know. That's so cute.
She had never been human. What if it caused trauma or injury to her, left her deformed or debilitated?
Do you think I'll still feel like a cat trapped in a human body?
Well, none of the cats said they felt like humans trapped in a cat's body. It will probably be the same the other way around. We can't know in advance, unfortunately. If you're not sure, let's just wait until more is known.
No, I've made up my mind. I want us to be together and to be free to do anything we want to do. We might travel the world together.
Here she is now, fully transformed.
Oh.
Ravenpaw!
Yeah, well, I was thinking about that. I don't think I like the name. Human name. Miranda. Wow. Where's the big drawing?
Yeah.
Get there. Ha! That's fun.
I don't like this character design. This is not how I imagined she'd looked. I wanted her to look like Grace Jones.
Yeah.
How cool would it be if she looked like Grace Jones?
Aw. She remembers her mother a bit more. That's interesting. Well, hopefully she'll be less sickly as a human than she was
Yeah.
as a cat. Hmm.
So it's not so much as an antidote as a potion to turn things human. Maybe her mother was a human that got turned into a cat?
Well, because they said she was singing to her, so I don't
Yeah.
really get it. Yeah, you know what? That must have been it, right? Because they were
Maybe.
saying they were two different and they were fighting with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the human turned cat stay away from the danger zone. So,
Alright, now I get to see what the Major looks like, but I'm so much less invested. I'm so disappointed. I wanted Ravenpaw to look like Grace Jones. That would have been so cool.
that was neat. Snooty Booty looked different than I thought she would.
Oh, that was pretty close to my headcanon.
Yeah. I was a fan.
Oh, they have so much treasure.
Yeah. Oh. Oh my goodness. What's
He
gonna
looks like
happen?
Higgins from Magnum.
Yes!
Aww. Floofy butt.
This is so funny. they paired them. That's cute.
He's a jolly old boy.
Mm-hmm.
There's some serious May-December romances going on here.
Yeah?
Or May-September, is that the phrase when you date a much younger person?
Oh, I mean, these cats, like, who knows how long they've been alive
Yeah.
and turned for, other than the researchers, you know? So.
Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so he's glad to have thumbs. That's great. What about all his treasure?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he can collect treasure elsewhere.
Every single one of the cats being a
May,
white person, though,
December.
says Cassie 13. Yeah! That's right.
Whiskered face. Perfect. Teammates for life.
Tim Olivia says, this is more like a March
What's
November.
your human name? Tom. Very good. You'll always be Fluffy, but to me, Tom.
Ooh.
Major Tom? Just Tom.
Ha! That's like the third David Bowie reference in this game. Somebody's a fan.
Music fans. Okay. Alright, well, I guess. Well, they're gonna choose mainland again.
Yeah, I
Very
think.
good.
I'm not sure if there's a part 4 to this.
It's
it does
happy
say
everywhere.
It does say 3 of 4.
What? What more is there?
I don't know.
Okay, that's the end of that one.
Yeah,
It
let's see
better-
if it goes.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay, hold
Stop
on.
that.
Whap.
Cancel. Cancel.
Cancel.
Okay.
Okay.
It should be on the sidebar. It's not.
No.
Let's go back to the other page, I suppose.
Why? Why are they not?
Let's yeah. It'll be
YouTube.
there. No, just
I just want to say what's true.
yeah.
That'll show me everything that's perfect. A true ending. 4 of 4. Okay. 18 minutes.
Cool. We would not have been able to
Canada.
get through this
Sit down.
if we did the
We need to talk.
Saturday.
I think
All right.
The
Oh.
Saturday stream.
Wait. The end. Oh wow! Look at that.
Oh, it's sweet.
Yeah, we needed to do the research.
Well, I think someone was saying also successful cat romances all needed to happen.
Oh.
We thought it was just research, but I don't know. Or else, like, we wouldn't have gotten all of these pair-ups. We would have had maybe the antidote part, but then not all of this content.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Is that a Shrek?
what?
What the hell, Kibbles?
Oh, this is them after they went to the mainland.
What the hell is that? Oh, I guess that's why you choose mainland.
I see. So you can see what happened.
Oh, he's making a graphic island about an island. He's making a graphic novel about an island full of werecats who begin to eat the settlers who invade the island. I think he may have some unresolved issues, but he insists he's fine. By not romancing all 6, we got a different bad ending.
Hmm. Well, this is nice. He gets to eat all the junk food he wants.
They get to cosplay.
Yeah. I guess if we don't romance them all, then they don't all get turned.
I guess so.
Because they don't have a reason to turn into a human.
Hmm.
Because they,
Oh, they're
right,
happy.
when we don't successfully romance them, they have another cat they're interested in.
Hmm.
Like with Major
Yeah.
and Snooty Booty.
We've got a cat too. Aw.
Oh,
Oh,
a
they have.
full raid team! Oh my goodness, that is just the best. Oh,
Oh, there are also parents who discovered they couldn't cope with so many children once their litters had been rehumanized. Oh, no.
jeez.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be so many kids on that island now. That grew up as kittens. That's weird.
Hmm. Wait, so do we have a bunch of kittens, or are they
Okay,
children?
One kitten. They took one kitten. Oh, apparently there's a cocktail bar there now.
It's a tourist attraction.
Aw.
They are just so sweet. Not romancing. Okay. I mean, that makes sense.
More epilogues. And then I'm gonna eat lunch.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever felt more frightened in my entire life. I would gladly go through everything that happened on the island 10 times over than stand in front of these cameras. When Prudence asked for my assistance with something at work, I assumed she wanted me to bring her a coconut chai latte or something. I could never have imagined this.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Dawn, would you relax? You're supposed to look professional, not perspiry.
I'm sorry, Prue, but I've never modeled before. I've never even worn makeup before.
Alan, more powder. Do hurry before our model melts into a puddle on the floor.
One of Prue's many minions dashes around me, swatting at my face with a round fluffy thing, causing clouds of powder to fill the air.
Darling, the cover is Greek geek chic. Who would be more perfect than you at the face of it? Now be a good little scientist, stand up straight and stop sweating. If you try looking seductively at the beaker.
Prue, this is hopeless. I couldn't look seductive if my life depended on it.
Oh, contraire, petit.
Prudence is every bit as persuasive as Snooty Booty was. Becoming human has not diminished her sense of entitlement one jot. Prudence wants, Prudence gets. I may as well give in and face the music. I feel myself blush as I try to romance the glass flask in my hand.
Yes, perfect. Now tilt your head up and look inquisitive. Excellent. More complex, sublime. This is great.
Caress the Bunsen burner.
Oh.
My little cauliflower, says Alfred.
You're marvelous. Quite the natural. Of course I knew you'd be perfect.
Aww.
Anna, blot the model.
This is perfect for Snooty Booty.
That's enough, Anna. Now leave. Why do you worry yourself so much? Nature has provided you with all you need. Very good. Aww. A cozy team.
Be a
That's
scientist and a model.
It's
Yeah.
a very encouraging smile. Well, I mean, we decided to leave the island, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I wonder if they would have been happy to stay on the island, though.
Maybe you only get these epilogues if you're not on the island.
They would have just left it, I guess, for us to wonder. Wonderful.
Hey! Remember we saw this in McMurphy's Fantasy?
Yeah! Honed. Yes, it's a good name for a bar.
Ah! He starts a bar. Excellent. Look at that! Wouldn't you want to drink with that man? I want to drink with that man. I mean, I wanted to drink with that cat too, and I think we did.
We did drink with that cat. We just didn't say we loved him.
Oh, we should have said we loved him.
I know.
My regrets.
We didn't know.
We didn't know.
Oh, we're still enjoying the best ending.
This seems like it would be super fun, but not actually something I would want to live with. Everybody's drinking and carousing and having a great time.
Oh no, not the super strong drink again.
Some fruit foliage and a sparkler.
What? I made this in your honor.
The curiosity.
Oh, that's cute. It is totally Surge. If it was non-alcoholic.
Just give him a haircut. That's Surge.
I mean, he has a drink named after him.
Oh yeah, the Sturgisley Temple.
Yeah.
Oh, a sweet drink. Oh no.
Yeah. Go steady though.
Nice.
He's just
It
a
tastes like
brewmaster.
the beach.
The beach.
Ah, good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Connor. I was like, what's your name actually? It's not
Yeah.
McMurphy.
Some of it's rum. Oh, right, the flowers that we got super trashed on.
Oh my
with
god,
Trixie.
I don't want to spend another like minute. Okay.
Is the story that long?
Yeah. All right. They
Holy
drink.
moly, they drink. They're happy. They have a bar. They're living their best lives. Oh, look! Look at that store!
Oh, it sells dream catchers.
Yeah.
Yes. Called it.
Perfect.
Crystals and silks. Blah blah blah.
Ah. I see. I guess some of the children have stayed behind then. Because they just want to live on the island. I suppose the tiki bar is just part of tourism to raise money. Business cards. Rainbows. Perfect.
Madame Trixie Belle offers a range of skills, limited but not limited to crystal healing, aura cleansing, palmistry, tarot reading, animal communication, tasseomancy. What's tasseomancy?
Maybe you have to... Something about those minerals.
I don't know.
So remember when she got us to hold a stone and it was like super chill?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe something like that.
Tea reading. Says no time to lose.
Ah,
We have a blue aura.
okay. Lunch sounds great. Let's do it.
Oh, they moved to London.
Oh,
That's a lot.
yeah. Very good. Ah, we're working as a vet.
I mean, that makes sense. Definitely in a place like
Wait, was
London.
every researcher a vet?
I think so, probably.
I don't know. I didn't see that in the one with Nerd Friend.
Oh, they're gonna adopt a kid, or maybe just a cat.
Ooh.
They're definitely getting animals.
Aw.
That'd be weird. Having been a cat yourself,
Yeah, but you're still a human cat.
I guess.
At least these cats will be very pampered.
Mm-hmm.
Ravenpaw.
Oh, Ravenpaw's doing goth stuff.
So when she said she couldn't sing,
Oh, performance
Was it?
poetry. She's a slam poet. Cool.
even though she said she didn't like poetry. Aw.
I hate this character design. I'm so disappointed in it.
Elizabeth then. Very good.
Can I ask you a question? It's not a big deal. I just want to ask if you ever feel like you can't find the place that fits your shape. A corner to curl up safe and warm, a fireside bedroom, a mess or a door, a place to belong where you lay your hat, a kennel for Fido, a lap for a cat. It's not something real you could reach out and touch. It's more how you feel, not a feeling as such. Not a mood or emotion or a thing that you can name. A sensation is closer. Ugh, this sounds lame. It's like something is missing. Yeah, that's what I mean. There's a hole in a place where I should have been. Where I should have been. Whoops.
It's very Dr. Zeus.
Yes. Alright.
Great.
I like how we're like, oh, we should have dated McMurphy, and then we're like, okay, blah, 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 you drink.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, that's why we didn't date him in the first place!
Yeah! Oh my goodness! Wait, is this Major? Yeah.
Oh my god, look at these dirty children.
Maybe they're someone we adopted from the island.
Maybe.
Oh my goodness, they're so cute. Very good. Just have a great adventure collecting stuff.
They're adorable, says to Emily. Or MTV CDM, they might be in Camden Town, London.
Treasure chest.
Oh,
Yes.
he's an antique dealer, of course he is.
How can you let it go though? You didn't want to.
Oh, mudlarking on the Thames. Gross.
I think it's great.
A gold tooth?
Wow.
Ornacia, Frederica, and Sebastian. Ornacia is a great name. This looks like a Nickelodeon show. Says TXE2. Oh, they adopted some triplets.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they adopted some kittens that had
Yeah.
been humanized.
Exactly.
Mudlarking on the Thames? I guess you actually don't want kids. The Thames isn't as filthy as it used to be, but ugh.
Wonderful.
Yeah, going into the Thames is a terrible idea, says Cassie13. It has low tide beaches. It does, but it was also a sewage outlet for hundreds of years. So I don't know if I'd take children in there.
Was that it?
I think that's everybody.
The
end!
end! Yes.
We got through. We saw the whole game.
We saw all of the. We already saw that part.
Yes, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Very good.
Okay. We saw the whole game. Take us
Yeah.
back to Boof. We saw the whole game. We've done it. We laughed. We cried. We regretted. Then we didn't regret so much. We filled our pants with cheese. I don't think we did that last one. But we're done. We did it. We played through all of Perfect 8. If you like that game, it was $10 on Steam.
Yeah.
Do it. I thought that was great. I thought it had some issues at the ending where I think some of that like backstory should have been woven better into the main part of the story.
Yeah, that was a lot of content.
I mean, I was okay with like the antidote and turning the cats human and stuff, but like the Zane and the kitty and stuff like that, I think that could have been mixed in with the main narrative.
I wonder if some
More
of
elegantly.
that was, instead of just the true ending, some of that was maybe the extras that would have been unlocked.
Yeah.
Like the whole backstory about the kitty fisher.
That just
That
needs,
could have been an extra.
yeah. I don't know. I think that would be yeah. I think I would give this game like I was really high on it and then the ending sort of like dipped me a little bit because I think it was just a big exposition dump and it could have been more elegantly blended into the main part of the story. Possibly through unlocking some extras where you get to find out about Zane and the Marigolds, which would actually make them more sympathetic, I think.
Yeah.
To me, at least. And I don't think it spoils a whole bunch.
No.
I don't.
No, I mean, we always kind of know what's going on a little bit anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyhow, I'd give that game a solid 7 out of 10.
Yes.
Yeah, it was fun. And Joe, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a real adventure over these past 5 streams.
Yes.
Yes.
We met so many cats.
So many cats.
Yeah.
Wow. So, hey, next week, we're coming back with more Now Kiss. But Joe, your tenure is done, and I will never force you to do this again unless you don't want to.
We did it. We did the thing.
But next week, we'll be back with Monster Prom. So if that's something you're interested in, you can watch me and my friend TQ play that. So that's happening next week. Same time, same channel. Let's go get some lunch, Joe.
I'm so hungry.
I'm starving. All right, bye, everybody.
Thank you.